Hey, thanks for joining us here on our fourth installment of Buster's Glitch Ass Gaming Podcast. I'm Tony Flowers. That's Tony Flowers. And of course, I'm here with my co host, Mr. Oscar the Warrior himself. Welcome, brother.
Yellow.
what's some glitch ass shit that's been happening in your world this week, brother?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Glitch Ass Podcast. Um, my bitch ass internet provider, who shall not be named because I might get sued, has been very slow lately. And I know it's not my hardware because I've got top of the line shit. It's not me. It's not my fault. It's my internet provider. Um, I've got that going on.
Yeah, that
Hopefully, it
internet
goes away
provider
soon.
sucks.
But recently, I've made the decision to buy a Switch. I'm getting switchy up in my life. I got a Switch 2 recently, and then I bought a network switch to plug my multitude of devices, hook them up directly to my internet, and then I bought an HDMI switcher because I'm lazy and I want to sit on my couch and I just want to use a remote to switch between all my HDMI inputs.
So you got a Switch 2 and then two other switches.
Yes. I bought two Switch 2s and two other switches of Switch variety.
Fuck, that just hurt my brain.
Yeah, that's what's going on in my week so far. Other than that, I've just been working and I'm just being a chill boy.
Right on, right on.
Just a couple of chill men.
Yeah, just a couple of innocent men.
Just some innocent men.
So you've never seen that video, huh? It's like we're
Never.
just normal men. Oh, dude,
No,
it's
I've
so
never seen that.
it's like some English like lady. She's like talking to a puppet, and the puppet is trying really hard to make her fucking like crack up, and yeah, he says like they're like doing a staring contest or something, and he's all like, "We're just normal men," and she's like, "What do you mean normal men?" And he's like, "We're just innocent men," and she like fucking she tries to stifle her laugh, but she ends up snorting, and then it just like puts her into this laughing fit. It's hilarious, dude. I love that video.
I've never seen that. We're
Oh,
just normal men.
yeah, we're just normal men. Oh, dude, and then there's like compilation videos because I was like, I need to see more of these two, and they're fucking funny, man. They're really funny. I don't know what the hell it's called, but dude,
That's
it really is good to be back, dude. Like
interesting.
we've taken a few weeks off because we weren't satisfied with our logo. We wanted to ditch the AI Buster and have a handmade Buster. We have a new show and another mascot. All kinds of shit, man. So we needed to take some time off to re reevaluate our logos and our mascot. We didn't want what we used to have. So this is much
See,
better, much better. Both of us are
see,
super stoked on it.
I agree. I am very happy with the change. We had to take some time to rebrand.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's better to do it early, and what timing? Like we're back right in time for the Switch 2 drop. Basically the old E3 time of the year where everybody's got something to show. It's fucking great, man.
Say, senor, the world
Good.
may be collapsing around us, but we're just gamers, We're
That's
living our
right.
best life.
That's right. We've got our distractions, so we're gonna be all right.
We're just normal men.
We're just normal men, just innocent men. Yeah,
You shouldn't
bro.
have
Fuck.
got that stuck in my head.
Oh, dude. Yeah, yeah. It makes my day every single time I see that video. It doesn't matter. It'll make me so happy every time. Um, yeah, dude. Did I tell you? So this week I had this dream. Uh, this is basically like the most glitched out fucking thing that happened in my week. It was like I had a dream where I was in my room, but let me back up. You know how when you're dreaming, I don't know if this is just
Mhm.
me, so please help me here if you know what I'm talking about. So when you're dreaming and you're in, let's say, your room, in the dream it doesn't look right. It's never perfect. It's never exactly what you would know to be your room, but in the dream you just understand this is my room. Do you know what I mean?
Ah,
Okay. So, anyways, so I was in what I was to understand was my room, even though it didn't look right. And what call it? So it Anyways, I was in my room and Arnold Schwarzenegger he was at my desk on my computer, and
Uh.
he was like, "You want to play World of Warcraft?" And I don't remember much about the exchange, but he wanted to play some fucking World of Warcraft. Come on, and he randomly fell asleep, and he's an old guy now, so I wasn't sure if he just fucking died or something. So I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, governor," and then I woke up.
he, was, he died doing what he loved,
Like he
playing
may have.
World of Warcraft.
He just showed up in my fucking room.
Uh,
It was like dimly lit and everything, and he's like, "You want to play World of Warcraft?"
he's sitting at like a really like, oh my god, a high tech like PC setup, and he's like,
He wants to
what
get
am I
his
trying to
WoW on,
say?
dude.
He's
I have no.
waving you over, and he's like, "Come on, let us play World of Warcraft."
Yeah, it doesn't even fucking make sense. It's like, what, you want me to watch you play World of Warcraft while you're on my computer?
Imagine, yeah, there's just one setup.
uh,
That's
well,
that's funny.
anyways, here in
Well,
the notes, it says that you're finally done with Xenoblade Chronicles X.
yes, let me tell you, brother. I stayed up till 12 in the morning last night playing Xenoblade Chronicles X because I'll try not to spoil anything, but I beat the final boss, and I thought it was going to be one of those things where you beat its like its first form, and then it shows you its true form.
Mhm.
So it does that, right? It goes into the second phase, and he turns into this fucking like all powerful being because all final bosses basically have to turn into God at the end of the game,
Yeah,
right?
basically, yeah.
That's their final form. And this motherfucker decides to transport me and my entire party to another world where I have to spend another like hour and a half exploring. Thinking I'm about to finish this game, I have to spend another hour and a half exploring, looking for my party members and my skell, so that way I can explore more efficiently and fly around. And
Hmm.
then on top of all that bullcrap, I have to do this other side quest that basically makes the final boss easier to defeat because I have to find like these giant spears, like because they weaken him or some shit. And then I have to fight the final boss and then watch another hour of cutscenes.
Fuck, dude.
And then I finally beat it. And the game ends off like there's gonna be a sequel, which I hope is true.
Wait, so that's not tied to 1, 2, and 3 somewhere? It's not in the
N-
same little
no,
saga?
uh, so from my understanding, the game originally ends at chapter 12 from like the Wii U version. So chapter 13 seems to be an extension that they added for the definitive edition of Chronicles X. And they do mention the other games in this one more towards the end in chapter 13. I don't know if that's within spoiler territory, but they do mention or they
I mean,
allude to the existence of these worlds, like
okay.
from Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3
I
in the
mean, I'll,
final ending of the game.
I'm cool with it. You can say whatever you want about the game. So, I
Um,
mean, I'll
no,
allow it.
I'll probably just leave it at that because then I'll probably get into spoiler territory. But they are like alluded to at the end of the game.
But you're finally ready to put that one to rest.
I've killed Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Nice. Also here in the notes it says you got something to say about the Switch 2. You want like an eagle eye view of something maybe you want to talk about later, or do you want to mention that now? See what I'm looking at?
Yeah. Um. I mean, I can ramble on for a little bit.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for
I
it.
guess I can just get give a quick overview. I mean, the Switch 2 runs like a dream. It feels amazing in the hands. It feels amazing docked, like playing on TV and in handheld mode.
Hmm.
Um, I was trying a couple of the old games, like the original Switch games, on it, and they run pretty solid, bro. Some of them do struggle a bit. Um, like they're kind of locked at 30 FPS, it seems.
Hmm.
Um, what's it called? The fidelity, not aspect ratio. Some of them are still locked at like 720p. if I'm correct. So
Oh,
like
the
they don't.
resolution. They didn't up the
Yeah,
resolution on
there
the
we
new
go.
one.
Thank you. A resolution. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, the resolution is locked as well.
I
Um,
gotcha.
which I think can be easily changed if the developers just unlock the frame rate and then maybe give it like a quick resolution update if that's even possible. But most games run pretty nice.
Good, good, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more of your thoughts on the Switch 2 as more games come out for it, as you try more games from your
Hmm.
Switch 1. Um,
Oh,
yeah, like loading times and all that stuff, graphical
oh,
fidelity,
that.
all that.
Thank you. That's another thing. The loading times in some games are really nice, like fast. They're
But
almost
like
instantaneous.
improved. Nice, nice.
Yes, significantly improved. The only game that didn't really get much of a boost from it, the one, well, I guess because I was playing it at the time, Xenoblade X, the loading times were still pretty long.
Hmm.
Um, so that one might need some help. But if anyone has played X on the original Switch and then going to the Switch 2, they'll notice that it's easier to go through some of the menus in the game because some of the menus, like especially if you were trying to navigate like the scale menus, it would go really really slow because the game was trying to render out the 3D model of the skull itself, and
Hmm.
then like trying to navigate the menu at the same time was a nightmare. It would like weirdly enough it would drop the frame rate to where it would kind of like slow the game down a lot. But that seems to have improved in Switch 2.
Good, good to hear it, man. Yeah,
See,
I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. As like we got plenty of Switch 2 on the discussion board today. Um,
speaking more, a lot of
so
news.
yeah, so let's jump into the download. This is a game and hardware updates of note. Let's see here. Speak of the devil, the Nintendo Switch 2 was just released on June 5th, 2025. While official sales figures from Nintendo haven't been released yet, reports from various sources, including YouTuber Nintendo Prime, indicate that the console has already sold over 3 million units worldwide in its first 24 hours. These figures suggest that the Switch 2 has set a new record for the fastest console launch sales of all time, significantly outperforming the PlayStation 4's previous record of approximately 1 million units in its first 24 hours. So, like triple. Some analysts are predicting that the Switch 2 is on track to surpass the 2 month sales record of 4.5 million units jointly held by the PS4 and PS5 in less than a week. Holy shit, dude.
That's impressive. And honestly, bro, I see it. When I went to go grab the Switch 2, like actually get it, me and Tanya did the midnight release, and there were long lines of people at GameStop and Best Buy because we went to GameStop first to see if we can grab the console,
Mhm.
and there was a long line for that for both, like the Mario Kart bundle and just the regular one. But by the end of it, we were one of the last to get in. But by the end of it, like they still had some left over. Like they had a lot of units, and like the same thing at Best Buy. We went to go pick up our pre-order for like the controllers and the camera,
Mhm.
and dude, the line was so long it wrapped around the building. It was crazy. We were like, we were like at the end of the line towards the loading bay.
Well, it's good to hear that they still had some left over. I remember plenty of different Nintendo consoles of yesteryears where
Mhm.
they were just like stupid hard to find for months and months and months.
Yeah,
So
they would sell out quick.
yeah, it's good to hear that some places have plenty of stock, that they're manufacturing enough to meet demand, and yeah,
Yeah,
dude, those numbers are fucking impressive, man. Like so they sold 3 times as much as the previous record in one day, and
super more.
they're saying that if this is all right, they can sell as many units as the PS4 and PS5 did in 2 months in 1 week.
That's
That's
crazy.
that's
I
so
believe it
crazy.
though, because what from what I'm seeing online too, a lot of people are literally just walking into stores and seeing the Switch 2 console on shelves.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, that's the last thing I need to do, man. I need to stay away from the stores, man, because like you know, I'll be like, ooh, I could just throw $500 more on my credit card, no big deal.
Once you see it, it's tempting, man.
Oh, I'll
Gonna
talk
hook.
myself into it. I know I would. I gotta stay away from that shit.
It's improved hardware. It's improved hardware.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I'm personally in agreement with those who say there's no day one game where I need this machine right away. But
Yeah, absolutely.
when you do account for the original Switch library, especially if you've never had one, there's no reason not to go for the new hardware unless cost is an issue, of course. But
Hmm.
like most of those games are going to run better, even if
Hmm.
there isn't an official paid upgrade. Kind of like what you were saying earlier, and
Yeah, they'll just natively run better on the stronger hardware.
yeah, yeah. So I wanted to throw it out there to the audience. Like, do you think the Switch 2 could be the console to beat the PS2 at the top of the mountain? Because that fucker's been up there for a long time, and the original Switch so far has come the closest to dethroning it. And now Switch 2 selling 3 million units in a single day. That's like, we're gonna keep hearing about this. Like every time it sells
Hmm.
another million, we're gonna hear about it. I know it. Like, so keep your ears open. What do you guys think? I think, I don't know, the original Switch damn near got there. I don't know. Like every time we were joking about it the one week, every time they got really close to dethroning the PS2 as the highest selling console of all time, it seemed like the PS2 just randomly sold a few extra copies or some shit like that.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I think the Switch 2 might do it if the Switch the first one doesn't do it. Um,
Now, are we lumping the Switch 2 together with the other Switch units, or is this a completely separate? Because I will admit it is stronger hardware, but it is still very similar to the original Switch
I got you,
in
but
terms of.
I don't know. Like in terms of sales units, there's no way they're gonna count Switch 2 to Switch 1 sales. There's no way because like then they would have done the same thing with PS2, PS3, PS4.
That's true.
Yeah, it's gonna be separate. We're starting fresh, but that's a
All
damn
right.
good
Well,
start.
we'll
That's
play
a
the game fair.
that's a record breaking start. So as long as they keep up
Yeah.
that momentum, keep dropping some good titles, have a nice steady drip of must have games, then they're gonna be golden, bro.
True. Yeah. It seems
And
like a lot of. Oh, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say that they need to not do, I think, what the PS5 did for way too long, and that's kind of hold on to the PS4. You know,
Hmm.
I would have bought a PS5 so much earlier if a couple of examples. If Horizon Forbidden West wasn't also available on PS4. If The Last
Hmm.
of Us Part 2 wasn't also available on PS4. If God of War Ragnarok wasn't also available on PS4. I would have gotten one
PS4.
so much sooner. So
Damn.
if Switch 2 lets go, like kind of snaps the tether like earlier than the PS5 did to
Yeah.
PS4, I think they can have a pretty good fucking race here, man.
Yeah, I think so. You recently just upgraded to the PS5, right? Like you held on to your PS4 for the longest time.
Yeah, till it practically went tits up on me. It won't play games anymore. Like anytime we try to play a game, it just kind of it overheats. I've
It
opened it
overheats.
up, I've cleaned it out, I've done everything I could, and it still it just overheats. And I don't know, maybe it's a me problem, maybe it's I don't know, maybe I can try redoing the thermal paste or something, but I don't know. I just kind of I have it sitting in the bedroom now. So
Mhm.
yeah, I yeah, that's the reason we bumped up to the PS5. It's basically our new media player, but it's cool because
More.
yeah, it has it's so different. It's like people have been enjoying this machine for years now, and I'm first getting it, so it's like it's
Mhm.
brand new. It's a nice little treat, man.
Almost to the end of its life at this point now, because the PS5 has been out for what now, 5 years, and PS6 we might see in 2026, 2027.
No,
You
I
don't
think
think
they were
so?
saying like 2028, probably at the earliest.
That's still pretty soon though.
It is, yeah. I mean, we're
We're
already
already
halfway
halfway through
through.
2020. Yeah,
We're on the same wavelength there, man.
we are, bro.
Did you have any? Did you get the camera for the Switch 2 controller or the Pro controller? Or
I did get the camera. Oh man, the Pro controller is a fucking dream, bro. Oh man, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but I'm going to. Dude, I love the joysticks in the on the Pro controller too. They feel
nice.
so good, dude. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It glides so nicely. I do have one criticism though. The grip on the joystick controller
Uh
is
huh.
not that great. I Me and my wife have complained. We've had a couple times where a thumb just accidentally slips off the stick because it's just not like it's not gripping enough, but they feel
I
so
gotcha.
good to play with.
So it's just like making love to the palms of your hand.
Yeah, it feels really nice, dude. And the buttons are so much bigger now than the original, and they have like a different click to them. The buttons aren't as mushy anymore. They actually have like a nice click, which I
Nice.
enjoy. That's one complaint I had about the original Pro controllers is that the ABYX buttons they felt so mushy, and I didn't like
I
that.
I got you. I never ended up getting the Switch Pro controller. I ended up getting it was like an off-brand one from Amazon. I think I was gonna bring that up later on. Yeah. But
Hmm.
anyways, um, but yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Would you like I since this is the first time I've ever really touched the Dual Sense, I would say that that's probably the most comfortable controller I've ever held, aside from maybe the oh, what's the Xbox Elite controller was
Hmm.
so comfortable, but I can't afford that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's quite a pricey boy.
Yeah, but so comfortable, man. But the so would you say, in your personal opinion, that this is the most comfortable controller that you've ever held and used?
Mm,
Still to be determined.
I yeah, I would say still to be determined because I haven't really like spent too much time playing on my PS5. Although
How
I
much?
will say I do like the Dual Sense.
Oh yeah,
I would agree
the
with you.
haptics
It
were
feels
fucking amazing.
yeah, it feels really good in your hands, and like the
Hmm.
little texture grip that the handles have is really nice as well.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. How much
Yeah, I
did the Pro 2 controller cost? Was it another 70, $80 thing? Do you remember?
think it was 65. It
Oh,
was,
bitching,
hold
bitching.
on. I think I have to look that up because I actually don't know.
Oh shit. All right, well,
Pro, let me say Pro Dual Controller pricing. Let me look that shit up. Uh, oh, 84.99. Never mind.
yikes. Well, either
Yeah,
way, if
it's a pricey boy, but well worth it, honestly. It feels
well,
it feels amazing.
I'll bring it up again later. But if you're like me and you don't want to spend 80 something dollars on a controller, Amazon has a nice little it's got crazy good reviews. It was at least good for the Switch. I don't know if it'll be good for the Switch too, but still, nice little off-brand controller. Feels great. Anyways.
It, it's actually really nice that Nintendo allows you to use your old controllers like on the new Switch too, so you don't even have to make the upgrade.
Oh, okay,
Like if you
cool,
don't want
cool.
to.
Good to know. The old Joy Cons just can't snap onto
Mhm.
it. Is all. Yeah. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and I think the old Pro controller also works.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah. So I would assume this one does too. Then. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Senor.
I think it was like only like $30, 20 something bucks. I don't know. But all right, let's move on to number two. Check this shit out.
Wait,
Activision. Huh?
nothing, nothing.
Oh, I thought you were really like, wait, wait.
there, there's more.
All right, so number two, Activision recently removed controversial in-game advertisements from Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Warzone following significant player backlash, claiming their appearance was an error. Bullshit. These unavoidable ads were reportedly popping up while players were editing their loadouts, pushing them to purchase premium bundles. This move comes despite Black Ops 6 having the biggest launch in the franchise's history and Call of Duty maintaining its record as the best selling video game franchise in the US for 16 consecutive years. Many believe this aggressive push for microtransactions on top of a $70 game was simply an attempt to boost year over year profits. Others speculate it might be a result of Microsoft's recent $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard back in 2023. Man, I know neither of us really play Call of Duty, at least
I
anymore. I haven't played Call of Duty in so long.
I
But
haven't played since Black Ops 2.
have you seen the snapshots and stuff of the advertisements? Like I left it in the Google Doc there. You can click
Oh
on that
shit.
if you want to see what it actually looks like.
No,
Um,
I didn't actually get a chance to look at this.
Personally, looking at that, like they didn't seem uh too invasive, but I'm kind of on the outside looking in. It's just kind of like sitting there at the top of your shit. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of egregious to put that in there. But this is one of those water is wet situations where we know Activision is going to do shit like this. You know,
Oh,
their monetization strategies are usually, push it as far as we can, see what the reaction is, and if it's bad enough, say it was a big oopsie. There was a similar situation not too long ago where they weren't going to let players carry over their double XP tokens that I'm guessing they either bought or had to earn in game. Like, fuck you, buy more. But
mhm.
they were saying that it could cause stability issues or something if they let it happen. And after the fans called them out on their bullshit, they were like, all right, we'll figure it out. You know, but
Yeah,
But yeah, when it comes to corporations, I have a really hard time believing that they aren't doing this type of shit for any reason other than profits. That's all they
yeah,
know. Number go up good. That's all they know.
yeah.
Can't can't have
More.
numbers stay static or go down in any way. We want more money.
We want more money. Bringing it back.
Oh yeah, not
No,
not to
yeah.
mention Call of Duty is going to be an $80 product going forward. And and
Jesus.
I guarantee that Microsoft is looking at that price hike in games, that Nintendo were the vanguards of. Like, boom, if everyone raises the cost of their games, it'll drive more people to jump into Game Pass. Like that's where
Mhm,
my thought process was on this. Um,
mhm.
but did you have any input on or any thoughts on this putting ads in a 70 soon to be $80 game?
I think it's just egregious, bro. I don't know why you would want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I don't know. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't
Activision
understand
gonna
it. And then
Activision.
just to backtrack and say, haha, oopsie, we didn't mean to do it. It's like, what do you mean you didn't mean to do it?
Yeah, what a
how much work do you have to put in to put fucking ads into your game and then you just go ahead and say, oopsie, like that was a complete accident. I don't know how that got there.
yeah, that's such a we know we're no one's gonna do anything. We know you're gonna buy the next game kind of attitude. Just
Yeah,
fucking tell them it was a glitch. Tell them it was an
yeah.
error. Who gives a fuck? No one's going anywhere. They're gonna come back for the next one. They always do.
Yeah, they're basically admitting that their player base are basically suckers, you know? Like no matter what we do, we're just gonna have these idiots follow us.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
That
Um,
that's what it feels like to me.
yeah, and like we were saying a second ago, like I haven't played Call of Duty in a hot minute, so I'd love to hear the opinions of people out there who are still in the ecosystem. Like, does this move make you apprehensive of the next game? Was
Mhm,
it blown out of proportion and really didn't bog down your experience? Let us know, man. Let us know.
mhm.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Number three, concerns are already mounting over the Nintendo Switch 2's new Joy-Con controllers. After their reveal in April, many potential buyers were disappointed to learn these peripherals wouldn't feature Hall effect sticks, a technology crucial for preventing the notorious stick drift that plagued the original Joy-Cons. Now, in a move quickly spotted by Nintendo on Twitter, Nintendo's official repair page is offering replacements for these brand new peripherals. This early replacement program, coupled with one gamer's teardown confirming a high likelihood of stick drift, raises questions about the new Joy-Con's durability right out of the gate. Um, yeah, I mean, this is your wheelhouse right now. Like, how do the Joy-Cons feel? Do you feel like, I don't know? Are
Oh,
you worried about the stick drift? Did you ever encounter any stick drift on the Switch One? Uh, Talk
so
to me.
I still have my OG Switch. I never encountered stick drift with any of my Joy-Cons.
How many
So
did
I
you
guess
have?
I only own 2 pairs, so 4 in total,
Okay,
but
me
I've
too.
never had any issues, really. I don't own the original sticks anymore, but that's not my fault. One time we were playing, I think we were trying to play Mario Kart, and one of my cousins pulled on the controller a bit too hard. I think we had it plugged into the May Flash, like GameCube adapter thing,
Uh
and he
huh.
he pulled on it a little too hard and knocked over the Switch from a really high place, and so I the joy thankfully, the console itself was fine, but the Joy-Cons were destroyed. So I
My
lost
God.
the originals from that one, and I ended up just getting a new pair of the pink and the green, but those have been pretty much good for to me the whole time. So I've never really had any issues with stick drift. Um, I will say watching teardown videos that some people are saying that the technology in the new Joy Cons is very similar to the old ones.
Hmm.
So there is potential. They see potential for those sticks to develop stick drift.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues so far with mine. I like to add though. I like the new Joy Cons. They feel really really nice. Bigger buttons and just overall fit the hand much better. But I haven't had any issues personally so far.
Well, that's good to fucking hear, man. Fucking like you, I had two pairs of Joy-Con controllers from the OG Switch. Um,
Hmm.
had them for a long ass time at this point. And I've only had the stick drift issue with one controller. Uh, I hate the term Joy-Con. I hate fucking calling them that. It just sounds so stupid. Um,
Hmm.
but anyways, yeah, those things are fucking expensive. So I'm really glad I only had the issue with one.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. And I promised I would bring it up again. I have this here in my notes that I ended up getting an off-brand Pro controller from Amazon for like $30. Yeah, and that fucking thing rules, man. The battery life is great. You can customize the added buttons on the back of it. There's a turbo button on there. I haven't found a use
Is it
for it, but it's cool to have.
is it the 8-bit do controller?
No, no, I learned about them a little too late. I just heard about them recently because they were shutting down or they were going to stop sending to United States because of tariffs or some shit, right?
No.
There was some news thing. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but yeah, they're
I,
either shutting down or they're not going to send
no.
something. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you should look it up at some point.
That's a
And
travesty.
I don't want to ruin your day, so but no, it wasn't one of those. It was just some blue and red controller, and it's pretty fucking cool, man. Um, but yeah, I basically only use the Joy Cons if I'm uh, if I'm playing a game with Chelsea or if I'm on the treadmill while
Hmm.
I'm getting my game on. It's really helpful to have a controller in each hand so you can keep that swinging arm motion, you know.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so it's cool that they're offering the replacement already, but I get how that can raise some eyebrows. I
Yeah, I'm
I'm
concerned.
I'm kind of dumb. I had to look up what Hall effect sticks were because I never heard about them before.
Hmm.
So if you're like me, here you go. I wrote this down. They use an electrical current and magnets to determine which direction and at which strength you're moving the stick.
See.
Um, and so it is more expensive to implement the tech.
Hmm.
But when you consider the trade offs, like the replacement program here, it might have been worth it for them to just use it from the get go.
Yeah, yeah, because they basically last you forever. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's probably a calculated risk that they decided to take. You know, Nintendo's always been king of making questionable decisions and baffling exclusions with their new hardware.
You know it. You know it, bud.
All right, well, keep us informed if you start to experience any stick drift at all in that thing. Let me know, man. I want to hear about it.
Of course. I would like to add before we move on.
Sure.
From the teardown videos,
Uh huh.
I've also heard that it's much more difficult to take apart your Joy Cons now. So if they do come out with like a Hall Effects replacement kit for your Joy Cons, it might be potentially more difficult to replace the sticks yourself.
Do you
So
think? Do you think? Like
I think they did that on purpose.
maybe once they're done with this initial stock of Joy-Con controllers, maybe do you think in Joy-Con 2 version 2 they're gonna upgrade to the Hall effect sticks? Like, do they ever make adjustments like that to their controllers, like throughout the generation? Like the PS5 controller that I have,
Mhm,
you know how you mentioned the grip. I remember seeing a picture of like if you really look closely at the grip, it's just a bunch of X's, the crosses, the circles, the triangles, and the
mhm.
squares. And so I was really excited to see that on my controller, and it doesn't have that. So I'm wondering, is this just like a newer version of the controller? I don't know. Do they do that? I don't know. And just
I'm sure
not
they
say
make
it, you know?
yeah, I'm sure they make different like I'm sure they changed the design over time, but very small changes.
Right, right.
I didn't even know some controllers didn't come with that. That was really cool, like with the original like DualSense controllers. The ones that I got with my PS5, yeah, they have that like that really nice texture to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You should next time you get a chance, you should look closely at it. Let me know if that's because I only saw it in a picture, so it could have been
Mhm.
fucking photoshopped for all I fucking know. But next time you look at your DualSense, take a look at the grip, like look really closely at it, and let me know if it's the old cross, circle, square, and triangle, because that's so cool. If that's true, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Mine isn't, so fuck me, I guess. Um,
I'll take a pic for you, bud.
please do, please do.
Yeah. If I have any like recommendations to anybody, if you are experiencing joystick drip, just wait for like MobaPad or one of the third party developers to come out with Joy Cons of their own because they'll themselves use Hall effect joysticks in
Okay,
their own products, and they're usually much better than what Nintendo puts out.
right on, right on. All right, let's move on to the release radar. So Stellar Blade by Shift Up is going to be releasing June 11th on PC.
BZ,
Oscar Warrior, Stellar Blade,
I know, bro. I've been waiting
also
for this one for so long.
also known as Stellar Ass.
Killer A.
Stellar Ass.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the
I've been
modders
meaning
are
to
gonna
play
have
this
fun with
game.
that.
They already are, bro. It's crazy. I've been seeing some stuff online.
Wait,
They,
they're already modding the game? Is it out yet? Wait,
yeah,
today is the
no,
10th.
it's not out yet, but you can mod the demo because the demo is out on Steam, and that's what they've been doing.
Well, guess what I'm downloading right now.
Yeah, they've been modding the demo, and like some stuff's tasteful, some stuff is really sexual, but
Of
to
course.
each their own. But
Hey man,
it's all in good faith. I think it's a good game. It looks
fuck
like a good
that.
game. I
Fuck
haven't
that,
played it
dude.
yet, but
Let's get sexual, man. Sex sells. Sex
sex
sells.
sells
S
makes the money
we need
machine go brr.
we need to talk about sex. All right.
Not
Well,
on this podcast.
I don't know. Some people might be turned on by this. Five Nights at Freddy's: Secret of the Mimic by Steel Wool Studios will be releasing June 13th. That's a Friday, by the way. Friday the 13th. Very cool.
Oh,
Very appropriate.
very tasteful. I like that.
On PC and PS5. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's guy. I played the first one, and
Mhm.
it's just jump scares. It's just jump scares,
Yeah,
and jump scares are cheap as fuck to me. I don't like jump scares, so it's not my thing.
yeah. And the games don't play like that much anymore. They're
What
more.
is it more like psychological horror? Because I can get into that, but if it's just a bunch of jump scares, no thanks. I feel the
Yeah.
same way with like horror movies. If the entire horror movie is just someone looking at a camera all scared, it's really quiet, then they turn
Mhm.
around and a loud noise happens, and then it's just like they're face to face with their friend. You know, it's just like fuck you, fuck you.
It's one of those franchises that I don't really like play. I'd rather watch other people play.
Mm.
Like I remember I watched Kevin play Security Breach, and he he played that game so much, bro, that he basically
It
sped
didn't even
run it.
phase him.
He sped run it in front of me and Tanya. We were just like backseat gaming him the whole time.
But yeah, I'm totally on board with you. I would totally watch a friend, somebody I know,
Mhm.
play that game. But
Yeah,
not the YouTubers that just like over the top reactions just because no thanks.
scary game.
Yeah, scary game. I must scream loudly and look like I'm shocked all the time for the thumbnail or some bullshit. I don't know. Fuck off with that crap. But yeah, I'd watch Kevin play that. I'd watch you play it. You want to play it?
Yeah,
I'll
Kevin.
watch you. Five Nights at Freddy's:
I
Secret of the Mimic. Buy it June
I've
13th, this
I've
Friday.
had I've had some ideas about starting a YouTube channel with me, specifically me and the lady like playing horror games.
You heard it here
And
first,
just
folks.
there might be something might come of that. I
All
don't know if
right.
it'll be anytime soon, but something might come from that.
All right. Let's move over to Freebie Forecast. So this week on Epic Games, we got Deathloop by Arcane Studios. Free this week until June the 12th, so that's this Thursday. The write up for Deathloop says It's a next-gen first-person shooter from Arcane Lion, the award-winning studio behind Dishonored. In Deathloop, two rival assassins are trapped in a mysterious time loop on the island of Black Reef, doomed to repeat the same day for eternity. So I remember reviewers saying that they didn't like this one at first, but the longer they stuck with it, the more they appreciated it. Like when it clicks, it clicks.
Mm.
So this one I've always had on my radar, but I never wanted to pay for. So yay
Mm.
for me! Yay for me! Any interest there?
For Deathloop?
Yeah,
I remember when I first watched the trailer, it did look interesting to me, but I think I'll probably skip this one for now.
you're not gonna add it to your library, you fucking fool!
Oh, it is free, huh?
It's free, dude. Yeah,
I
just
don't
all you
want to use the Epic Games.
get. God damn! Ugh.
I'm too lazy to install it.
There's this other app. It's called Play Night. Get Play Night. It,
What is
it,
that?
it, it's an app on your computer. You get it, and you log into your Steam account. You log into your Epic Games account, and then it just has all your games from both accounts. Boom, right there.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing of it. Why didn't you mention this before?
Because I'm an asshole. You're welcome, though.
I'm going to download it right now as we speak.
All right, and while you do that, I'll tell everybody about Ogu and the Secret Forest by Sinkhole Studio and Moonlab Studio, also free
What did you call me?
until I called you a sinkhole. Just plant my
That's
flag right
sexual.
there, you
Yeah,
sinkhole.
you sinkhole.
That is sexual.
Disgusting. Yeah, that's sexual.
Some sexual undertones to calling somebody a sinkhole. Gaping sinkhole. Anyways, so that's also free until this upcoming Thursday, the 12th. So I wasn't sure. I don't know what the fuck Ogu in the Secret Forest is, but it says explore the wonderful world with baby Ogu. Ogu and the Secret Forest is a 2D adventure game with hand-drawn characters and various types of puzzles. Befriend bouncy characters and defeat strange creatures to unravel the mystery of the charming world. I like hand-drawn characters and I like puzzles. Maybe
Mm.
it's in my. I added it, dude. I add all this shit unless it's some dumb shit that I know for an absolute fact I'm never gonna play it, like Football Manager or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah,
Tennis manager.
yeah. We talked about this. We talked about this. I
Yeah.
remember this. All right.
Fuck tennis manager.
And next week, for anybody wondering, we'll talk about it next week. 2 Point Hospital will be free, so keep an eye out for
If
that.
you-
All right. So
Ogu in the
on
Secret Forest looks cute.
what happened?
I said Ogu in the Secret Forest looks cute. I'd play it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks cute. It's just, like my backlog of games that I actually really want to play is so vast at this point that I'm probably never going to play it, but maybe I'll pass that on to my spawn if I ever have any. I'll pass it on to my cats.
To your seed.
Yeah. We're going to get sexual this whole shit, dude.
Yeah, this
Keep
episode
listening.
4 is getting extremely sexual.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go.
All right, moving on.
PlayStation Plus. All right, we got NBA 2K25 by Visual Concepts coming to PS4, PS5. Says stack wins, raise banners, and make history in NBA 2K25. Command every court with authenticity and realism, powered by Pro Play, giving you the ultimate control over how you compete. Play anywhere as you define your legacy in My Career, My Team, My NBA, and the W Express. Your person. No, wait. The W.
I think it's just called the W, yeah.
The W period. Express your personality with an extensive array of customization options and explore an all new city where opportunity awaits behind every door. The W Express.
It's like Polar Express, but W.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The George W Express. I never knew I was dyslexic.
uh,
Alone in the Dark by Pieces Interactive comes to PS5. These, just in case you weren't paying attention, this is for PlayStation Plus. These are the free games this month for anybody.
PlayStation.
Yes. Alone in the Dark, Pieces Interactive, PS5. Alone in the Dark is an atmospheric reimagining of 1992's groundbreaking survival horror of the same name. In 1920s America, Emily Hartwood recruits private detective Edward Carnby to Edward Carnby to aid in the search for her missing uncle. Their hunt leads them to Derceto Manor. Am I saying that right?
Derceto? Yeah, that looks about right.
Derceto
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 Manor.
Manor, a home for the mentally fatigued. I got your mentally fatigued right here in the gothic American South that hides
Oh,
a dark secret. Oh fuck! All
that's
right,
funny.
play as Edward or Emily as they explore Darceto and discover horrors that defy explanation. You'll have to brave the shadows, solve environmental puzzles, and survive chilling encounters with murderous creatures if you're ever going to make it through this nightmare.
This game is right up your alley, Tony.
Sounds great, man. Let's fuck with it. Also coming, let's see here. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk Team Reptile. Or by Team Reptile. I don't want people to think that that's what it's called. It's by the Team Reptile. Comes to PS4 and PS5. Start your own cipher and dance. Paint graffiti. Collect beats. Combo your tricks and face off with the cops to stake your claim to the sprawling metropolis of New Amsterdam. In this action adventure platformer, Red is a graffiti writer who lost his head and instead has a cyber head. In search that rhymes. I wonder if they meant to do that. Who lost his head and instead has a cyber head. in in
That's funny.
in search of his roots, he joins the Bomb Rush crew, Trice and Bell, who are aiming to go all city, whatever the fuck that means. Together, they slowly discover who it was that cut off his head and how deep Red's human side is linked to the graffiti world. You know, I'm kind of semi clowning on it, but that game has really good reviews on Steam.
It looks cool. The art style is sick. Kind of reminds me of what the hell is the name of the game? Jet Set Radio?
I was gonna say, I think it is those same guys, Jet Set Radio,
Yeah.
or it's either the same guys or this is like a spiritual nod to that game or something like that.
Jet Set Radio and what was that other game that came out on Xbox where the game studio got gutted by Microsoft?
Recently,
Yeah.
oh god, what is it called? Fuck me.
What was the name of that game?
Oh
It was
fuck
like
me.
it was like a rhythm hack and slash
I
type.
know I know exactly what game you're talking about. It's I can't think of the name though. All right, you look it up while I go to this next one because it's gonna bug the shit out of me. Destiny 2: The Final Shape by old Bungie. It's coming to PS4, PS5. The Final Shape looms, a nightmarish calcification of reality into the witness's twisted design. Embark on a perilous journey into the heart of the traveler, rally the vanguard, and end the war of light and darkness. This Destiny 2 expansion includes the new story campaign, new prismatic subclass, 3 new supers, a new destination, and new weapons and armor to collect. Destiny 2 fans, rejoice. I am not one, so
I
there you
wonder if
go.
there are many Destiny 2 fans left.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me?
You think so?
Oh yeah, dude. People love Destiny. I would look it up
Destiny
right now,
2
but I don't
though?
want to. Like the player numbers on Steam, probably fucking through the roof. I would assume. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Bungie's kind of
Oh,
been having a little bit of a fall from grace. Yeah. Did you find the game? What was it called?
I found the game. It's called Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. Thank you.
Dude, I love this game. I only played it for a little bit because something else pulled my attention while I was playing this one. I was playing it on Game Pass, but it was really fun.
Yeah,
While
dude.
I was like,
I heard it was incredible, and like you said, the studio got gutted or they got moved around, and it's
mhm.
like those are the kinds of games we need, man. Just clever, unique ideas. Because I think you said it was it's kind of like a rhythm game, but it's also a third person like hack'em slasher type game.
Yeah, yeah,
That's so cool. It's like I remember seeing the trailer, and it's like you want to slash them to the beat of the song or something, and you get like bonuses or I don't know what the fuck it is, but
yeah.
it sounds so
It's really cool.
unique, and they fucking destroy the studio. That's so disappointing, man.
Yeah, the music is pretty bomb too in this music. It's fucking nice.
Oh, I bet, dude.
Or in
I
this
bet.
music, in this game.
In this music.
I caught myself.
The game in this music is dope.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I can't believe the soundtrack came with a game.
Yeah, it reminds me of this comment. I was on YouTube this one time. Once upon a time, I was listening to some Deftones. My favorite Deftones song is called "Digital Bath." Awesome
Mm,
song. And if you're not familiar with Deftones, they're really they kind of have this really sexual vibe to their music, man. Right?
mm.
And I remember looking through the comments, and the top one said something along the lines of, "I like to have me a little bit of sex while I listen to some background Deftones," or something like that. And then the comment that responded to that one was like, "I like to have me a little background sex while I listen to Deftones."
That's
Priorities,
so
man.
good.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's so
Deftones,
good.
Deftones over sex, baby. Uh,
Absolutely.
oh, dude, yeah. If you're not familiar with Deftones, look them up, man. They fucking
Is
rule.
that a band like Metallica?
Yes. Moving on. So those were all the PlayStation games coming to PlayStation Plus this month.
Uh-huh.
Um, and now we're moving
All
on to
right.
the Xbox Game Pass. We have these are the most notable additions. There are more, but these are the most notable ones. So we got Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Editions by Overhaul Games, originally created by BioWare, obviously. Um, this is for Ultimate, Standard. I'm sorry, Ultimate and Standard. So you can get this if you have Game Pass, you got this. But I don't think it's
You
for
got this.
but not for. Excuse me, I keep fucking hiccuping. So not for PC. It looks like not for PC Game Pass. Uh, but anyways, gather your party. The RPG saga returns. Immerse yourself in an epic RPG series where every choice matters. Play over 100 hours of adventure in enhanced editions of Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2. That's what the write up says. Thank you. We all like. I could have deduced that. I've never played the original Baldur's Gate games.
Mm.
Um, and this is actually a really cool because the enhanced editions of 1 and 2 are $20 each on Steam. So
Oh, that's nice.
Game Pass is really fucking coming along, man. Like I'm really
Seems
starting to
like
see Phil Spencer's um his baby. This is his baby here, man.
it is. That's why he
It's co-
mentions it every time you
it's
see him
coming
on
al-
screen.
it's coming along, man. Got that toddler
Xbox Game
stance.
Pass. Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass. Oh man. Also coming, Warhammer 40K Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition by Sneaky Box and Relic Entertainment. That's coming to Ultimate PC Game Pass. Okay, Ultimate and PC Game Pass on June 10th. That's when that's dropping. Step into the armor of a relentless space marine and use a combination of lethal weaponry to crush overwhelming orc forces. Immerse yourself in an intense and brutally violent world based on the richest sci-fi ever created. Sci-fi fantasy, let's call it. Enhanced for a new generation. This edition brings quality of life and graphical improvements. Also, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time by Toys for Bob comes to PC, Game Pass, Standard, Ultimate, so it's all around. That drops on June 17th. Says crash forward in time in a time-shattering adventure with your favorite marsupials, Neocortex and Entropy, or whatever the fuck that means. Uh, Entropy. Okay, that's cute. Are
That's
launching
funny.
an all-out assault on not just this universe, but the entire multiverse. Crash and Coco are here to save the day by reuniting the four quantum masks and bending the rules of reality. Bro. Okay. Would you like to read this next one? Because I feel like I'm talking my ass off. You want to do this next one?
Sure.
Look at that
All
beauty.
right.
Look at that beauty right
So,
there. I need to kick back.
FBC Firebreak
My
by
dick.
Remedy Entertainment. Huh?
My dick is in my hand right now. I'm listening to this.
Comes to Game Pass Ultimate PC Game Pass on June 17th. Available on day one with Game Pass, a cooperative first-person shooter set within a mysterious federal agency under assault by otherworldly forces. As a years-long siege on agency's headquarters reaches its boiling point, only Firebreak, the Bureau's most versatile unit, has the gear and the guts to plunge into the building's strangest crises, restore order, contain the chaos, and fight to reclaim control. I like
Lo-
that. That's a play. That's a play on words.
it
Get
sure
it?
the fuck is.
Control. Because
Yes.
it's within the same universe as Control.
Yes. Oh, dude, I loved Control so much, and I love Remedy Entertainment, man. They make such amazing games. So I really want to play this. I hope I can buy it day one. I didn't realize it was coming out that soon. It's only a week out.
Yeah, dude, that's exciting. This
Oh
game, when I
yeah.
saw the trailer for it, it looked really fun. I'm actually like, I want to get it. It looks exciting. It looks fun, chaotic as fuck. I love that style of gameplay. I want to play it. We're gonna play it.
I would really like that, dude. And yeah, this is look at the fucking lineup, dude. That Crash 4, Warhammer, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Game Pass, dude. Fucking Game Pass, baby. Toddler
Game
stands.
Pass.
It seems really worth it. And also, I just want to throw this out there. I like that. That was really nice. Like maybe next week when I do this whole thing, we can just kind of like go back and forth.
Go back and forth. All
Yeah,
right,
that'd be
that works
cool.
for me.
That was nice. That was nice.
Um,
Did
I,
you
I
have it?
kind of wish my Xbox still worked, bro. Because Game Pass.
Game Pass? Game Passe.
It looks pretty nice. It's looking pretty nice. Even though
Yeah,
I like the shit on Xbox, I think Game Pass is probably the only thing that's worth it about it.
it just doesn't make sense to me. Like they're gonna have to bump the fucking price up like crazy. I think it's only like $20 or something a month.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy, and nobody can compete with that because Microsoft has so much fuck you money. They can do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they want anytime. They can just bleed money for years and be fine.
Mhm.
So I don't know. All right, dude. Let's move on to
Well,
what we're playing. Yeah,
yeah.
what are we playing, Oscar? It says Mario
Um.
Kart World.
Yes, I've been playing Mario Kart World.
It says needs more cowbell.
The Yeah, dude, I've been seeing online like online matches. Everybody's just picking the cow.
Oh, really? Oh, okay,
So
that's
it's just
cute.
24 racers of just the cow.
Oh,
Because the cow is super cute.
so when you're online, you're not locked like to like somebody already picked them. You can all play the cow if you want.
You can all play the cow, yeah. You're not locked to just one character.
That's amazing. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
That's actually a great point. Mario Kart World, when we were playing online, we didn't notice any stuttering whatsoever. So
How many
Wi
players? Do you know?
24, bro.
Holy shit.
Like no stutters online at all. Like it was smooth, seamless, like no issues whatsoever. It seems like Wi-Fi 6 is really coming in handy.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, Nintendo really upgraded their hardware this time around. It's nice, and I bet it's the same with like Smash Brothers and other online games too, like Splatoon and shit. The online experience must be so much better now.
Yeah, and we mentioned briefly earlier in the episode, but
Mhm.
you didn't really touch too much on it. Did you end up using the camera for Mario Kart?
Oh no, but it's nice though because it gives you a prompt, like if you want to use it or not. I usually just opt to not use it.
So have you toyed around with it at all?
No, we were gonna use it originally for Mario Party Jamboree plus
Mm.
TV whatever expansion thing, but that doesn't come out till like July, I think.
Oh,
We're really
okay.
bummed out. It wasn't a day one.
All right. Well, tell me about Mario Kart because
All
I
right,
want to hear
Mario
about it.
Kart.
I'm hearing a lot of
Um,
different opinions on it, so I want to
it
hear
is
yours.
it is really nice. The maps are nice. Compared to Mario Kart 8, some of the later expansion pass maps for Mario Kart 8, bro, I'm not gonna lie, they made my head hurt because they were just so visually like stimulating and overwhelming. I honestly just didn't know what was happening most of the time in
Mm.
the game, but it seems they really figured out how to make it. The maps are beautiful, but it's visually striking, but it's not overwhelming. You know?
Like you can tell like okay I need to turn here. You don't just accidentally
Yeah,
run straight into a wall or
into the
something.
wall. Yeah.
You know what's actually really funny about that is that Chelsea had that same issue with Mario Kart 8. I I didn't have it as bad as she did. I didn't even
Mhm.
notice it, but I remember she was like driving backwards at some point, or like driving in reverse, and she's like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Like, and it has like so many times where she was just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. She's laughing her ass off, and she's just like, it looked like I was supposed to go straight, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a complaint I've heard actually one time before by my wife, my beloved wife.
Yeah. Mario Kart 8 they with
They
the
fixed
additional
that.
maps. Yeah, in this one they fixed it. Grand Prix is fun. Maps are cool.
Do you have
I
the
like how you
option?
have to
Do you
uh
have to drive to each one, each map?
yes.
Okay, there's no option not to. You have to.
No.
Oh,
You
okay,
have to
cool.
because that's
Very
basically a part
interesting.
of the map, yeah. Like the drive to get there is a part of a part of the race.
Very interesting. I like that.
Speaking of being a part of the map, Knockout Tour, bro, that is impressive.
That's where I would want to be. Knockout tour.
Dude, Knockout Tour
100%.
is so fun because you're basically just driving for
Just
the
nonstop.
longest time, no breaks, nonstop, and it's like elimination match. So like the first round, I think it's you have to make top 20, and then the last four get eliminated. Essentially, like you're out of the race, and you have to watch everybody else like basically play the game. Um, and it's super cool because it just transitions to the races like seamlessly. It's like all one long road, you know.
That's really cool.
And I don't know how they did it, bro, but it's really cool. All the maps are connected with each other in some way. And like you can really see that in the free roam. Like if you spend time, I haven't spent much time in free roam. But like you can get from the because if you see it like in the Grand Prix and the Knockout Tour, you can kind of see they put up blockades to kind of block you. Um, in the open world aspect of the game, they remove those blockades so you can really just go anywhere, like in the open road. And you can kind of see how they connected the different maps to each other.
That's so cool, man. So
Yeah, it
it's kind of like Mario World, where different sections of the map are different like biomes and stuff too, right?
mhm. Yeah,
It's so cool.
yeah, it's really cool. Um, yeah, that's pretty much my impressions. The online is good. It's fun. Knockout Tour is awesome. Probably the best game mode in my opinion. There is like a versus race mode, which isn't too bad either. Um, where you can like play up to teams of four, and you race on the maps, and basically if your team finishes at a higher position, you get more points, and at the end, whoever has the most points wins. Um,
That's dope.
that's pretty fun. I got to do more of the open world, but Grand Prix and Knockout Tour are really solid, and some of the characters are really cool too. I like in this game that you get like additional costumes for your racers.
Oh yeah, that's cool as
Um,
shit. Yeah.
yeah, it's really nice to see. Um, a lot of crazy, wacky characters that I love. You can just play as fucking, the bats from the Mario series.
You can play as a bat?
You can play as the bats from the Mario series. You can
Get
even
the
play as
fuck
that.
out of here.
You can even play as that stupid bird with a long neck from like
What
Super
about
Mario 3D World.
what about the crabs?
I don't think you can play as the crabs, and if you
Fuck
can, I
you.
haven't seen it.
How do, that's the easiest way I know how to get rid of crabs is play Mario Kart.
No, not the crabs.
Not the
Just play Mario
crabs.
Kart. Yeah, it's
Uh
it's it's fun, man, and I think there's potential for the game. Like if they just keep adding more, like kind of
oh
how what they did
dude.
with Mario Kart 8, like the
Mhm.
expansion pass, bullcrap. Or like if you could just buy the DLC separate, like you get so much. I'm sure there's much more that they could do with that.
Oh dude, like they really fucking cracked it over the head, man. Seriously.
Mm,
When I was playing Mario Kart 8, um not even too long ago, before the new one was even revealed, I was sitting there thinking like, I know, like, it was leaked that they were gonna show off a new Mario Kart with the new console. Um,
mhm.
I was like, but how the fuck are they gonna up this? Because Mario
Yeah,
Kart 8 was phenomenal in my eyes. I was just like, this is peak Mario Kart. There's no way they can do better than this. And
yeah,
and it's like, dude, Nintendo is so good at that. Like, just like, your expectations are fucking crazy high, and all of a sudden we come out with something that you weren't expecting. There was no way nobody would have thought like, oh yeah, Mario Kart open world. Duh. You drive to each race. Duh. Nobody would say that shit. But they thought of that. And I really appreciate that about Nintendo. They're very clever with shit like that. And yeah, the extra outfits, the idea that it's kind of like an open map, like or just like a map, like I'm gonna assume that their mind was on Super Mario World, and like there were different biomes, there were different little secret hidden areas that you can unlock later. So boom, and there you go. Here you go, DLC from Mario Kart World, new hidden area that they just upload into the game, and now you got a new biome, new races, brand new map, all the different crazy ideas for outfits for all these different characters, except crabs, assholes. I want my crabs.
And
Um,
something they might even do too is like there are returning maps from older games,
mhm.
like Choco Mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they can always add like older maps as well, like refurbished and remastered for this new game.
All right. Here's the big question: who's better at Mario Kart, you or Tanya?
She is very quickly getting good at that game.
but
it's
you
it's
fuck her
scary.
up. That's the husband in him saying that right there. She's very quickly getting better. But it's like, but
She's
that,
she's playing. She's been playing a lot. She
but
loves it. Tanya, I think, loves it more than I do.
I think that's code for I fucking mop the floor with her every time.
Sometimes she gets the one up over me. I will say, but you know,
That's awesome.
who's the best Mario Kart player in the family? um, really quick before we move on, my last thing to say about Mario Kart World is the music remixes are fucking awesome, dude. The soundtrack in Mario Kart World is top notch.
I don't doubt that, but I don't even know why that didn't cross my mind as the music.
It's
Yeah,
top notch, dude. You gotta listen to the soundtrack. It's so good. They take some of the old songs from the original Mario, like from some of the older Mario Kart titles, bro, and they like added a spin to it, a remix, and it sounds so good.
that's fucking cool. I might just do that.
Do it, dude. It's good. All right, what have you been playing, Tony?
I've only kind of been playing Tabletop Simulator on the on the
Oh,
on the PC. I know I'm boring. I'm random. That's
well,
just me, dude. Like, let me kind of try to give you a backdrop of this, but um, so my wife Chelsea, she's not super into video games. Never
same,
really has been.
same.
There are some titles that we played through all the way through together, but it's not really her thing. And her birthday was coming up, and so I was thinking, how can I try to get her more engaged? She likes horror. She likes that spooky stuff, and so I was looking up, um, spooky games, and then somebody dropped some spooky. Um, board game. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So, you know, I looked into these board games and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I bought her this board game and we played it on her birthday and it was so much fun. And but while I was searching through board games, I came across a couple that I was just like, ooh, that looks fucking cool. I don't know why I haven't looked at board games as a thing ever. And
Uh,
so I just recently, I don't know if this is a midlife crisis or whatever, but I started looking into these board games, and I'm just like, what is the latest technology in board games? And I started looking at and some of them are so fucking cool, man. I came across this one called Nemesis, which is basically an alien, like the movie series Alien. It's like a clone of
mm,
that, and
mm,
I wanted to play this so bad, and I went on Amazon to try to buy me a copy of this board game. It's over $100, man. It was like
damn.
110 plus a tax, plus like if you want the expansion packs for it, that's like another $50 to $70. Plus there's a Nemesis 2, which is just called Lockdown, which is
Mm,
another $120, and it has its own
damn.
expansions. I'm like, God damn, dude. And I was like, fuck, I really want to play these games. And it really sucks because nobody else out there knows, but I had a whole couple of weeks off of work, and I found out, well, kind of, I figured out the last day off that I had. I was like, what about that game that our buddy Hobo Taro was telling us about, Tabletop Simulator? Because I remember X amount of months slash years ago, Hobo was telling us about, or he told me about Tabletop Simulator. He was playing something. I don't remember what it was, but I remember the term Tabletop Simulator on Steam. And he was like, yeah, it's fucking awesome. And he was telling me a little bit about it. And so I looked up Tabletop Simulator and I looked up to see if they had Nemesis. They do. The game itself, Tabletop Simulator, is $20 on Steam. And
See,
there's like an insane amount of user, you can basically you can create your own tabletop game, your own board game. And most people, aside from creating their own original ideas, they're uploading assets and shit uh, from real life games. They got Clue, they got Uno, they got Monopoly, all kinds of fucking types of Monopoly. They had Fallout Monopoly on there. Everything, dude. Like Trivial
that's
Pursuit.
sick.
They have fucking card games, poker, Texas Hold'em. They got I was telling you, Cards Against Humanity. They have Cards Against Humanity. Everything, fucking everything is on there, dude. It's crazy. It's like a physics based tabletop simulating game. They have D&D on there. It's
That's
fucking
so cool,
crazy.
man.
So
So for $20, you can get like all of these games basically for free.
Exactly. $20 and you can play all these games for free. So I was just like, holy shit. And I found that out on my last day off from work before I
Damn.
had to go back. And so I bought it for $20 instead of $100 or a couple $1,000 to get the whole series.
Mm.
You know? And then I looked
Yeah,
up Nemesis. I downloaded the mod, let's call it, but it's in the workshop. And there's almost a million fucking uploads from people all around the world,
that's so
man.
cool.
And they
Yeah.
put so much time and care into making these things legit, dude. Like, it's incredible, man. So I only got to play a little bit. I was spending most of my week watching on YouTube playthroughs of people playing Nemesis, so that I can kind of get the hang of how you play it. And because I wanted to play it so bad, I didn't care. I wanted to watch somebody else play it to get my fix. And so I'm sitting there building this Metal Gear model that my buddy Derek got me for my birthday last year, and I'm sitting there building that while I'm watching somebody play Nemesis on YouTube. And yeah, so now I know how to play it. I have it now through Tabletop Simulator. God bless you. And I started to play it a little bit, maybe an hour or two, and yeah, then I got pulled away. We got a really busy week ahead of us, but
Mm.
I can't fucking wait to play more Tabletop Simulator, man. I can't wait.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
Sounds exciting.
that's where I'm at, man. And I
Limitless like possibility.
exactly, and then we were talking about it at work, us all getting together and maybe throwing it in the Discord, like, hey, when the Steam summer sale hits sometime early next month, maybe like 1 month exactly from today or something like that, the Steam
Mhm.
summer sale is going to happen. Tabletop Simulator 4-pack. Let's fucking get everybody involved. Let's play some fucking board games once a week. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah, bro. That would be fun, honestly. Just getting a large group of friends and playing these
Yeah,
board games online or these card games with like all the expansion packs and everything, dude. That sounds fucking awesome. And like
exactly.
there might be even potential for us to record that and upload it on YouTube.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
That's funny.
let's move over to the rumor mill. So these are the biggest rumors and leaks we can find here. So we got number one: rumors are swirling about a new PlayStation handheld console, potentially codenamed Jupiter, which is said to be in development and capable of playing PS5 games natively rather than relying solely on remote play. This rumored device, expected to be powered by AMD and potentially manufactured using Samsung Foundry's SF2P, I don't know what that is, process
I have
node.
no idea.
You don't know either? Okay, cool. So I don't feel like an idiot.
I couldn't
Uh,
tell you.
it could launch around the same time as the PS6, possibly in 2028. That's where I got that information earlier when we
Oh
were
god,
talking about it.
the
Uh,
PS6.
while not anticipated to match the PS5's full power, it's believed the handheld will run PS5 titles, albeit likely at lower resolutions and frame rates, and some sources suggest that PS5 games might even require patches for optimal performance on the new hardware. So
Which is fine, I think. It's not that
yeah.
bad. That's basically what Nintendo has to do right now. But Sony, of all of them, I think is missing out right now in terms of the handheld game. We're not going to get into this topic, but not in this podcast at least. But the Microsoft just unveiled their new ROG Ally X,
Mm-hmm.
and so that basically puts Sony out of the game for the handheld market. Everyone has one now. Steam, Nintendo, they've been doing it since 2017. Xbox has one now, so if
And
anyone's
they've been
you
dominating.
go, yeah, and yeah, if anyone's got a handheld to put out there, it's gonna be Sony. Hopefully, a good one. Um, that brings up a good question though. Now that you have your PS5, if this new PS6 and handheld are coming out in 2028, are you looking to upgrade immediately, or do you think you're gonna hold on to your PS5
See,
for a bit?
that's the thing. Like a handheld PS5 when the PS6 drops would be dope as hell.
Yeah.
Like even now, if there was a handheld PS4 floating around, I'd probably want it, even though I'm not much of a handheld gamer. Like
Hmm.
I use my 3DS before bed sometimes, but the
Hmm.
Switch literally never leaves the dock unless it's going from one dock to the other. I have one in the room,
Hmm.
I have one out in the living room. Um, I like stationary hardware because I'm a bit clumsy, and I would hate to drop something so expensive. Firsthand.
Hmm.
I told you about my
Oh
laptop.
yeah, the
Yeah.
laptop story
Oh
well, not
god.
last week, but last episode.
Last episode. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it right now. That scuff mark is in my face.
Mhm.
It couldn't have been one of the back corners. It's the front corner that's facing me personally.
Yeah,
It's like a reminder of what a moron I am sometimes. So,
a
uh,
true tragedy.
believe me, I mentally beat the shit out of myself the other day when I dropped my phone and it cracked the protective screen on it. Not even the screen is fine, but the protective
Uh,
screen is a little bit cracked, and I mentally beat the shit out of myself. I'm like, you stupid fucking, what the hell is wrong with you? This thing costs like a fucking $800. What the hell? You put yourself in debt for this, you know?
yeah,
Oh man,
what it feels like nowadays, huh?
yeah, it
With
really
like tech
does.
and shit. Yeah, bro, you gotta finance your shit, bro, and you gotta like take care of it.
Seriously, and
Treat it like
I've
a
always
baby.
kind of been like that. Are you this kind of guy where, like, when you got your Switch 2, this is what I would do. When I got
Mm.
my PS, when I was about to, I knew I was going to the store to get my PS5. I clean my house. I clean the whole thing. I clean the area that it's gonna go. Like I'm trying to make a good impression on it, almost. Like, hey, welcome to your new home. Don't you like
You,
it? You know.
you're not. Your owner is not a slob.
Right.
I
It's like I clean
promise.
the house to welcome it almost. It's a weird thing. Do you do that, or am I and maybe
I've
undiagnosed
never.
something?
I've never really put much thought to it, but yeah, I actually do that. I did clean up the area. Like I put away my old switches when I was about when we were getting ready to go get the new Switch 2. I put away my old switches. Like I put away the cables and now I just have them as like display essentially on the little entertainment center here in my gaming room. And
Nice.
I basically left because where the switches where they were they were in the living room where my big screen TV is. And so I basically just cleared that space for my Switch too.
Good. So okay, so I'm not weird. Some
So yeah,
people.
unconsciously I did that. I didn't even realize until you mentioned it.
Okay, well, I'm glad to call you out.
Mhm. I didn't even know like that was a condition.
Yeah, it might be. Fuck, I don't know. Shit, I never went to.
Obsessive compulsive disorder. It might be a form of that.
It might be like I don't know if you noticed that, but at work,
Mm,
I was actually, this is a funny story. I'll try to be quick about it, but I was working with Tarv not too long ago, and we were doing a container, and we put a bunch of this one SKU on a pallet, but it was
mm,
kind of, the palette is a certain way, and then we put the product on it the opposite way that it should have been, and it
mm,
was just bugging the shit out of me. And he can apparently see it, like he's known me a couple of years now, and
yeah.
so he's seeing my reaction to looking at it. I didn't say anything, and he's like, "It's gonna bug you if we don't change that, isn't it?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, just bring it back over
Yeah,
here."
I'm the same way, bro.
And it's like when I line shit up on the aisles, it has to be like fucking perfectly aligned.
It
If
has to
like
be
when I
perfect.
Yeah, when I pull my forks out of it, if my forks bump it and it goes like a little bit off kilt, I have to fix it. Otherwise,
Gotta
it's gonna.
adjust it.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, that's gotta be some fucking mental disorder. I'm sure I'm fucking mentally screwed here, and
Oh,
apparently you
bro.
are too, because you know
We
exactly what
just
I'm talking about.
we have high standards. Anyway, we're going way off topic here.
Yeah, way off topic.
Um,
Okay, so while this
ra-
is cool,
uh,
it's too far out to me to get excited about the handheld PS5 handheld. What do you think?
I'm I'm going to wait and see how it does at first.
When it drops 3 years from now?
Yeah, when it drops 3 years from now. I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I'll have to wait and see what kind of stuff comes out for it. But I will say it is exciting.
If
I like that these game companies are getting into the handheld market.
oh yeah, dude, like so from my understanding, if you can play PS5 games on this thing, then my automatic assumption is that you can also play PS4 games on it.
Yeah, you should be able to. And well, maybe not PS3 because are there any PS3 games on
Nah, 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 nah.
on the
That's
Play Store? No, right?
no. I don't know if there are, but I'm pretty sure that PS3 gave them a really hard time because of the custom chip that they built for it or whatever.
Yeah,
So that's the reason they haven't been able to bring shit over.
that's
Um,
so tragic, bro. That's so
yeah,
tragic.
you can if you know like I don't even know if PlayStation Now is even a thing anymore, is it? But like you can stream
Dream.
PS3 games
I
on
remember
that.
that.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's still a thing because, you know, God willing, like when I didn't have access to a PS3 anymore, like way after I had a PS4, but I knew my PS4 couldn't play PS3 games, my PS3
Mhm.
went tits up and I tossed that bitch into the dumpster and
No.
I did. I did. It was dude, I swear to God, it was the Metal Gear Solid 4 edition. It was like a gunmetal gray edition that was only available either for a limited time or only available in Japan or something. And I bought that shit
Huh.
for like double what it was worth, dude.
Tony, you
Dude,
fool.
it was. I still have the game. I don't care.
Uh,
That's really all that matters. But you know what I did save is like
uh,
on the PS3s. I don't know if it was on all of them because I only have that one, but the PlayStation symbol, like the logo of the PS logo, basically, it was over the disk drive, and you can
mm,
kind of like it was like a little like a physical thing that you can like kind of twist. So
oh,
if you were standing your PS3 up, you can twist it to be upright, or if you were laying
upright.
it
Yeah.
down, you can twist it to be upright when it's laying down. So it was,
Yeah.
I took that. I still have that. That's my one memento of
From
my.
the console.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I had to
Gotcha.
keep something, but I did
Yeah.
chuck the whole thing out. It was
Damn.
dead. It was so dead.
That's a
But
shame.
why did I even bring that up? Oh,
I mean, it's a good story. It kind of relates to what we were talking about. Like yeah, like reverse compatibility with PS4, PS3, PS2, PS1 games for the
that's
handheld.
right. That's right. So the PS3 can play PS1 games. No,
Yeah.
fuck that. I don't know. I don't even know. You can buy PS1 games once upon a time on the PS3 store. So okay, thank you for reminding me. The PS3, my PS3 took its shit. I bought a new one from GameStop. It was used. I didn't care. It was one of the newer versions of it. And that's what I currently have to play my PS3 games that I have physically and digitally because there's no other fucking way to play them.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So yeah, if this PS5 handheld can play PS5 and PS4 games, fuck you,
Mhm.
dude. I'm buying that shit.
Yeah, that would make it more enticing, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's move on to the next topic, but before we do, I'd just like to add, let us know what you guys think in the comments about
Dude,
the new Sony handheld. What you
yeah.
speculate it's going to be like.
Yeah, like also I'm really curious about the Portal because like now that I have a PS5, I know that you have to have kind of your PS5 running and shit or something
Mm.
and it can only be in this certain vicinity, but I'm not going to take it out of the fucking home anyway, so I don't care. Um
Yeah.
But yeah, tell me about the PlayStation Portal. How much? I don't even remember how much it was. $200-300, something like that. Like, do you think the PS5 handheld, this Project Jupiter, is going to be like $400 or $500, like a full console priced thing. I don't know. Are you interested? I don't give a fuck because it's too far out.
Yeah. So
That
far, it's too far out.
yeah,
I don't know, bro. The years go by quick.
they really do. But like, goddamn, in the now, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's cool, but I don't care. It's
Good.
too far out.
All right. Let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah, this is exciting. The past few months have seen Half-Life 3 rumors reach an unprecedented fervor, primarily fueled by Valve insider Tyler McVicker, accurately leaked Half-Life Alyx details and recent data mined code. Not him, but I'm sorry, like he accurately leaked Half-Life Alyx details. Oh wait, yeah, and he also never mind. Yeah, he also recently data mined code. I wrote this. Why the fuck don't I know how to read my own writing? Okay, the most significant and consistent buzz suggests a new Half-Life project codename HLX is now fully playable from start to finish and is in its optimization and polishing phase, indicating it's nearing the tail end of development. This is a crucial detail as previous iterations of Half-Life 3 were reportedly canceled or never reached this complete playable state. Um, Half-Life 3 rumors, man, they've been going on for a really long time.
Yeah. Hopefully something comes of it soon, but that is exciting. It's about damn time they learn how to count to 3.
Yes, yes, dude. Personally, I want Portal 3. I want more Portal. I want more
Oh, yeah,
GLaDOS.
me too, bro. More Portal is always a good time.
Oh, I love
I
Portal.
love Portal 1
Love
and
it, love
Portal
it.
2, especially Portal 2 with like the multiplayer co-op. That was fun, dude. Yeah.
Yes,
More Portal,
yes.
more Half-Life. I might actually play this Half-Life. I never played the first or the second one because I think they were just far beyond my time. And
Yeah, it was just a product of its time, for sure.
and I don't enjoy playing them nowadays. But I might give Half-Life 3 a shot even if I don't understand the story because I think Half-Life 2 landed on like a cliffhanger, right?
Yes, it did. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why most people are pissed off.
Yeah,
Um,
they haven't. It's been a long time.
Let me sell this to you in a way that I don't think other people are mentioning because anytime people bring up Half-Life, I never
Mhm,
hear anybody mention this. So this is what I remember thinking when the Half-Life Alyx rumor was circulating when the original Half-Life dropped, it changed the
mhm,
way in-game narratives were told. Uh, it didn't rely on cutscenes. The enemy AI was intelligent as fuck for the time.
mhm,
And then when Half Life 2 dropped, the physics engine was groundbreaking. So then when Half Life Alyx dropped, the entire game was basically a showcase of the potential of VR gaming. So
mhm.
aside from Half Life 3 completing the story, it really makes me wonder what parts of gaming are they going to advance beyond what we've seen in any other game? Because that's what the series has done so far.
Mhm.
That's what has me most excited about this. Like, what new bar are they going to set with this game that the rest of the industry will just sit back in awe over? You know,
Interesting. I never
I
even put that.
oh, dude, I can't wait to find out. I'd be stoked if they just yet again push the boundaries of enemy AI and physics. A lot of enemies in modern games are a
Could
bunch of fucking derelicts. But
could this release maybe with some new Steam hardware potentially, like a handheld or maybe even like a home console type thing?
right, like, because that's where my mind went. It's like, what are they going to introduce to the world? Because like, who knows? Can they actually take something that we're familiar with, like the first person genre on consoles and PC?
Mhm,
Can they raise the bar on some aspect of that or aspects uh, to such a degree where it's like, is this ever gonna fucking live up to the hype? Because that's
mhm.
that's what I wanted to ask the audience. Like tell us your thoughts on Half-Life 3 rumors. Like, is this shit real this time? Because obviously this has been going on for so long.
Yeah.
Like, is there any way in hell a game this long in anticipation could ever live up to the hype? I really want to know, like, what other people think. But that's what I noticed about the Half-Life conversation is that nobody ever brings up the fact that every Half-Life game mainline game, 1, 2, and Alex, let's call it. I don't know if it's mainline or not, but still, I didn't play that one. But it's like every one of them pushed the fucking boundaries, raised the bar in some aspect of the gaming industry, and I can't wait to find out what this third game is gonna do that nobody
Mhm.
else has done, that only Valve can do, that only
Mhm.
Valve thought of.
Yeah, with its flagship title.
Yes,
One of its
yes.
flagship titles.
Yeah, dude. Can't wait. Can't wait. I
It's
hope it's true.
exciting. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so let's move on over to the news. We're kind of running along here already.
Hey.
So the Summer Games Fest uh, and other shows, excluding the State of Play and Xbox Showcase, like we're gonna basically we're gonna talk about our top 5 games that were shown in order of hype. One being the most anticipated of the Summer Game Fest. Basically, that's gonna be our news for the week because this is a crazy fucking week here. So
Yeah.
we're gonna kind of go back and forth a little bit, but anything that we both have on our list, we're gonna talk about together. So, uh, your number 5 is Ill. Go ahead, brother.
Ill. Dude, that shit looks sick. It look.
Oh, dude, you made me spill my beer.
Oh,
You
my bad.
asshole. You asshole.
That shit looks sick. It looks ill, bro. It looks
It
the
looks
illest.
so ill.
Um, it looks horrifying. I love the trailer was cool. I just love like the creepy. I don't even know what they are. Like the creepy human thingies, and like the big like groups that you find them in, and like the different sizes. And like one of them was like flashing his cock at me during the trailer. I don't know if you noticed that, but one of them had like
No.
a little tiny dingling thing like hanging from its nether regions, and I was like, bro, what? This thing's flashing its cock at me during the trailer. I
I
couldn't
want to
believe it.
kill it.
Yeah. It's like I want to put a bullet through this thing's brain. No, I do want to play this game. It looks fun as hell. It looks creepy, and I like creepy shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that looks so good. It almost didn't look like a game. It didn't look like a real game. It was like
Yeah.
that was probably the most next gen looking game. And the only reason I don't have it on my list is because there's no release date, there's no nothing. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
coming soon, which I'm kind of a hypocrite because there are one or two on mine that also have that, but I'm
Silk
excited
Song
about
better
them.
not be on there. Okay.
No, 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 no.
You're
Silk Song ain't on there.
still don't have a fucking release date for that bullshit.
But yeah, Ill looks amazing. I really hope that's a real fucking game, dude.
Okay, now give me your number 5.
All right, so my number 5 and your number 4 are the same.
Mhm.
It's Felt That Boxing by
Mhm.
Sans Strings Studio. First of all, I love that studio name, Sans Strings.
I
I
love
love
it.
I love that shit. So from what I'm to understand, this is their first game, and according to their LinkedIn, they're going to keep creating imaginative public. I'm sorry, public. I'm reading off my notes here. They're going to keep creating imaginative puppet centric games.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, totally goes with
This
their name.
trailer. Yeah, the trailer was so funny.
Yeah, yeah. The humor definitely looks like it's going to hit.
Uh,
Yeah,
and it's
dude was beating some meat during his training.
I love the humor, yeah. Some really dirty, sexual, crude humor.
Dude,
Definitely
the
picked up.
the cute little orphan Muppet going like, "Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die!" Like that had me chuckling.
That's too funny. Nah, dude, I love it. I love what they're doing with this game. It looks fucking sick.
Yeah, like
I,
Muppet looking motherfuckers boxing. That's such a unique idea for a game, dude. I love shit like
I
that.
actually like that these developers are kind of getting creative with how they're developing their games nowadays. Because there was that other game that came out. I think it was Lost, or no, Out of Words, I think. And they in that trailer they showed that it had like the similar animation to like a movie like Coraline where it's like claymation.
Oh,
And
I don't think I saw that trailer. I know which game you're talking about. There's something about like
yeah.
one of them is deaf or one of them is mute or something like that, right?
Yeah, they don't have the ability to speak because they lost their mouth basically. But it's like a co-op split screen type game. But yeah, it's
So
like
cool.
it's mostly made in like claymation animation. But yeah, I like shit like that. Like this one with the Muppets and it being like a punch out game, dude, that's so
Mm-hmm.
cool. We haven't had like a good boxing game like that in a while. Nintendo
Yeah,
hasn't.
it looks so good.
Yeah, it looks
But
really fun.
the only platform that I was able to find that it's coming to is Steam. That's it. Just coming to Steam.
Oh,
No release
uh,
date, no release window.
that's a game I think I would want on my PS5.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Hmm.
I feel you
Yeah,
on
because I'd
that.
love to sit on the couch and just play it.
Yeah,
Play it with
100.
like a group of friends. Just laugh at these ridiculous Muppets.
Yeah, it looks so good. Like they look like real like puppets, real Muppets. Like
Hmm.
it was hard to tell what was. I don't think there was any live action puppet footage. That's just how real it looked. It looked so good.
You think
They
so?
Yeah, dude, I couldn't tell that was a video game the whole time. It looked so good.
Huh. I hope they have like a making of this game in the on their YouTube channel like when it comes out. Because I'd be really curious to how they got it to look so realistic, or like if they actually used real Muppets.
I don't know, like it sounds like you didn't get that same vibe. Like you can tell
No,
that it
I
was.
thought they were using real Muppets. It looked so real to me. It looked
Oh, I thought you were being skeptical.
no,
Like, oh, really? You thought that was real? You fucking noob.
no. I thought it was completely real, like 100%.
No, it looked
No, no, no. I'm in agreement with you. I think it looks fucking real. Like I think they
it,
used actual Muppets to make this game.
it's crazy, dude. I don't think that they actually did though. I think it just looks that good, which is insane to me. But
Yeah.
which also just the fact that it's Muppets boxing, it makes
Yeah.
me and knowing that their studio name based on their LinkedIn profile and stuff, that this is what they're planning on doing is just more puppet based games, like
Games.
puppet boxing. Like what else are they gonna do, man?
I need a
Like
puppet party game.
whatever the fuck they do, like I'm on board, man. I'm gonna be watching Sand Strings Studio.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
This is how games are meant to be made. To be
Yeah,
unique.
dude.
It's fun and unique.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, the more unique, the more crazy, the better.
Hmm.
Um which yeah. Yeah, we need more shit like that.
Agreed.
Um
Do you want to do your number 4 since that was my number 4?
yeah, I'll jump to number 4. Scott Pilgrim X or EX, I don't know. But this is by Tribute Games. They made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge game, which apparently is fucking amazing. If you like
Pink.
those, if you like the old school uh, TMNT games, which I definitely do, I love those. Like the arcade ones. I
The
don't
old school
remember.
beat 'em ups.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I played it a lot in the arcade. There was one where like you got to fight Bebop and Rocksteady during like different boss fights and stuff, and I don't remember the name of it. But anyways, I was a child. But yeah, my number 4 most anticipated game off this show is Scott Pilgrim EX. So I found out that Brian Lee O'Malley,
Mhm.
the original creator of Scott Pilgrim, he's involved with the creation of this game. So that's
Nice.
that's automatically a huge boon, I think.
Yeah.
Um, so from what I found out, it's a 4-player co-op game, just like the first game. You can play as Scott, Ramona, and 5 other cast members. Maybe Kim, Wallace, Neil, Knives, maybe Envy. I was thinking maybe Envy or some other familiar faces that you couldn't play as in the other game. That would be cool.
Mhm.
Um, it's coming to PC and consoles in 2026. That's cool. Okay, I can deal with that. Um, I really think that the pixel graphics look fantastic. The story is new. It has like vegans, robots, demons. They're all running Toronto.
I I love that at the beginning of the trailer. It's like, oh, the city is being run by three gangs, and it's like of the three of the worst, like vegans are introduced first.
Yeah. Wait, have you ever
Accompanied by
have you ever read the graphic novels or seen the movie?
I've seen the movie with like Michael Cera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie, dude. Scott Pilgrim is so funny, but I've never read like the novels or the
Well,
comics.
well, if
Yeah,
if if you've seen the movie, it's pretty much beat for beat the graphic novels. So
that's so funny. Yeah, I love
yeah,
that. I love that vegans are just like associated with demons and shit.
yeah, it's so funny, dude. I love
On
that
the
shit so
same
much.
level. It's so funny.
Yeah, that is one of my all time favorite movies. It's so well done, and Chelsea and I completed the first game together. Something I can't really say about too many games since it's not really
Mhm.
her jam like it's mine. But she had a blast with it. I showed her the trailer for this new one. She's 100% in. Can't fucking
Hell
wait.
yeah, that's exciting.
So let's jump to your number 3.
Okay, my number three is Onimusha: Way of the Sword. I've never played an Onimusha game, and I've never even heard of them until this one. The reason this one stuck out to me is because I'm familiar with the history of like Miyamoto Musashi and Sasaki Ganryu. Um, but other than that, I have no other past experience with Onimusha. Um, this one looks interesting to me for that specific reason, just the history behind those two characters.
Yeah, I need to take a second look at that trailer. It wasn't one that stood out to me. Was it really? Did it look more realistic or did it look more anime?
No, I was like super anime.
Oh, okay, that's probably why I
Yeah,
glazed over it. That's just
yeah,
me.
super anime.
That's not a knock to anybody out there who loves anime. I love Metal Gear Solid, so say what you will about me.
It's funny. I'm not much of an anime watcher, but I love the anime style.
It is pretty cool, man. Like I like how clever and it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier with video games. It's like anime shows, like some of the ones that Kevin's told me about. I'm just like, who the fuck thinks of that? That's so
Yeah,
out of this.
they sound ridiculous,
Yeah, but
but like in a good
that's
way.
but yeah, exactly. There's some hook to that. There's some hook to just this. What the fuck were they smoking, man?
Like, oh my god, I got hit by a fucking truck and I got isekai'd and became a fucking vending machine in another world.
Yeah, who the fuck who comes up with this shit?
Thinks
Oh,
that,
dude.
but and it's
M-
so funny because they make it work.
right. Like they think about it. They
Mhm.
put their own concepts to the test and they figure it out, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So Onimusha, Way of the Sword is my number three. What about you, Tony?
Let's see here. Number 3. Blighted, dude, by
Mm,
Drinkbox Studios, the makers of Guacamelee
Guacamelee.
and Nobody Saves the World, most
Yes,
recently.
sir. I remember you
Um,
telling me about Guacamelee.
oh, dude, if you haven't played 1 or 2, they're fantastic games. They're hilarious, very colorful. Something I noticed about this game, it's like, so this new one, it's a Metroidvania action RPG with co-op multiplayer.
Mm,
Um, I remember when I started watching the trailer at first glance, I thought it was going to be a roguelike or something like that. So
mhm.
I was preemptively disappointed because I'm not really
Yeah,
into roguelikes all that much.
yeah.
Um, but it's not. So now I'm fucking hype, and it's a psychedelic Western nightmare setting.
Mhm.
The story sounds dope as fuck. So according to my notes, it says that um, the past were buried with seeds planted in their brains,
Oh
and
yeah.
trees would grow, they would fruit, and those fruits contained the memories and knowledge of the dead. And some dude started eating people's brains raw and grew super powerful. He ate an
Mhm.
entire village, and you play the game as the lone survivor.
Dude, the concept for that story already just sounds fucking crazy, but in a good way.
Right,
Like
right. That's
crazy
so
fucking cool.
cool.
Like that's such a crazy concept. Like passing down your knowledge and wisdom to posterity, bro. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, just like the seeds planted in the brain. Like that's
Mhm.
such an interesting concept. I love that.
That it
Very
is
unique.
very.
So you have to reclaim the memories of your people before your own blight overtakes you. That's a direct
Mhm.
quote from the game. It's coming to consoles and Steam in 2026. I I can't recommend Guacamelee 1 and 2 more. I love those games. They're so funny. They're very like I'm not really big into Metroidvanias, honestly.
Mhm.
Sometimes they get a little too hard for me and I just kind of get distracted like we were talking about earlier with Hollow Knight. That
Hollow
happened to
Knight.
me. Yeah. I really loved it. I thought it was so beautiful. I love the atmosphere. I love the concept. I love how everything was a bug and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
cute. But it just got really hard for me at some point somewhere. I'm gonna pretend it was the middle of the game. I don't honestly know, but it got really hard, and I got distracted by something else. And then when I finally went back to it, I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just like, I'm not starting this over. So Metroidvanias really turned me off, but this Guacamelee 1 and 2 are phenomenal. They're so funny. There's so many references and I personally I really like the aesthetic of Dia de los Muertos. I love that shit. I love the colorful.
Luchador.
Oh, I love yeah. He's a luchador and he has the power of Pollo, so he can turn into. He was cursed. He can turn into a chicken.
That's
And,
ridiculous.
dude, it's so ridiculous and it's hilarious, dude. Because the chicken runs around with his fucking eyeball just completely open. There's no eyelid on the eyeball, and it's just running around screaming. And in the
That is
second game, they added some mechanic to where when you turn into a chicken, you have your own list of like attacks and things that you can do as a chicken and stuff. It's so good,
that's
bro.
sick.
Please, please, if you have the opportunity to play Guacamelee 1 or 2, please play it. I haven't played Nobody Saves the World. I have it on the Switch. Haven't touched it yet. One of these days, I'm gonna get around to it. But yeah, can't wait for
All right.
fucking for Blighted. That looks so cool. Love it.
Question for you then. Where would you recommend me playing Guacamelee? Should I get it? Is it on the Sony Play Store or should I get it for the Switch? Now that I have the Switch too.
Mm. I didn't play it on the Switch. I played it on the computer.
Mm.
So I think it was free on Epic a long time ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was one of those games where I'm just like, oh, dude, that's been on my radar for a hot minute. Let me check it out. And oh, dude, I loved it, loved it, loved it. It might have been the first one, and then I bought the second one, but
Mm.
I played it on Steam. It's probably really good on with the Switch 2 stuff, but
Yeah.
if if you have the choice, if you like, it looks and plays like a great Switch game, so I would probably say there more than anything, but it might still play better on the PS5.
Mm, mm.
Or whichever
Yeah.
one goes
I
on
see.
sale first, because
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll take into account too as well. Because I do
yeah,
want to play this. I was really tempted to put Blighted, and I should have. I honestly really should have put the game because when I saw the trailer, I thought it looked really cool. Like just the concept of the story and like the gameplay and everything, like how everything's kind of just rotting away. That appeals to me a lot.
it's
I
so
I love
beautiful,
that.
man.
I love that art style and that concept. Um, and I really should have put it, but it was between that and I think in ill.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you, bro. Like I had to sit there and debate with myself for quite a while I was making this list, and
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I'm
Blighted
glad.
is
I'm
it's one that
I'm
I'm definitely gonna get.
Oh yeah, yeah, me too. I'm glad that we decided on different games so that we have more to talk about, but still, shit,
It's funny because I knew you were gonna pick that game because as soon as I heard that these were the same people that made Guacamelee, I was like, oh well, I can't put that on my list.
hmm Well,
uh,
I'm glad. What's your number 2 game?
my number two is Mouse TI for Hire.
Oh, looks
I
so good.
I love boomer shooters, bro, but I like unique boomer shooters even more. Actually, I wouldn't even. I don't even know if you would consider this a boomer shooter. It kind of reminds me a little bit of BioShock almost.
It's crazy. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it
It
reminds
does
me.
have that vibe.
It has like a BioShocky vibe, but with like Cuphead aesthetic. Like for the art,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that. I like that a lot, and it's so unique because it's like a monochrome like color scheme, color scheme, so everything's in black and white. But it looks cool, man. I love first person shooters, so this one's definitely one I think I'm gonna get on theme. Good old computer boy, because in my opinion, shooters are played best on your computer.
You know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Even on computer, I play with an Xbox controller. If I can't play it with a
No,
controller, dead ass,
bro,
dead ass.
you're crazy.
Literally the only games that I play with keyboard and mouse are like RTS games or The Sims or things like that.
That
That's it. That
that's
is
fair,
all.
actually. I'll give you that. That's fair. RTS is like mouse
There's
and
no
keyboard
way.
all the way, 100%. Yeah,
There's no way.
yeah.
But anything else, like I remember I bought this one game. I don't want to name it right now, but you know what? Fuck it. It was called Zero Sievert is what it's called. It was in early access or whatever, and I bought it as soon as I was like, "Oh, dude, it's so cool! It looks like it's like a pixelated, adorable stalker game." And I bought it. It was in early access, and then I found out after I bought it that it was only keyboard and mouse, and I was just like, uninstalled
Oh.
it. It's still in my library. I'm not about to. I wasn't about to get my $10 back or whatever the fuck it was, because I was
Yeah.
like, no, fuck that. Because like I looked into their goals, and one of their goals was to get controller support, and they
True.
currently do have controller support for Zero Sievert, and I still haven't played it, but I gave them my money, so they got their portion of it. One of these days, I'll
They
get
got
around
their
to playing
cut.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man, it
just
looks fun.
that's the kind of little prissy little fucker I am, man. I gotta play with the
Oh,
keyboard. I'm sorry, gotta play with a.
a controller.
Thank you.
That's probably what you grew up with, so I don't blame you. I mean, and to be fair,
It
that's
is.
kind of what I grew up with, but during my teenage years, I had kind of a renaissance period where I would just play only PC games. Like one of the games I was addicted to for the longest time was Team Fortress 2, and I played that for years and years and never really like moved to anything anything else.
Have
Um
you
so
have
I
you
guess
ever thought
I
of
have
jumping back into it? Like it's still live and running, isn't
it's
it?
still alive. Yeah, kicking well and alive. And I think it's basically being run by the community now.
Is it okay? So Valve shut down the servers for it.
No, so the servers are still up, I believe, but they gave the source code to the community, basically telling them like, "Hey, take this game and do whatever you want with it. Make your own games if you want to." And I think that's what people have been doing. They've just been creating their own like Team Fortress 2 style games and like creating like fun game modes and shit for Team Fortress 2 essentially.
Dude,
Because yeah, Valve is not supporting it anymore. I don't think with updates. Like their last update came out not too long ago, and I think that was it. Like that's it. And so they're like, you know what, just give it to the community and let them handle it because they
what
know
if?
they know what they want. And yeah,
But like now that you mention that, that's
Mhm.
true. Like, but then Counter Strike just recently, not recently, but relatively recently dropped Counter Strike 2,
Mhm.
and they had that same kind of mentality about Counter Strike, like make this game whatever the fuck you want, and then decades go
Yeah,
by, and then they're all of a sudden here's Counter Strike 2, yay! And now all of a sudden there's crazy amounts of rumors about Half Life 3. What if Team Fortress 3, Portal 3? What if those are in the works too, man? Oh, dude, exciting times.
it's a possibility.
Mouse PI for hire
Yeah,
actually looks awesome.
but aside from that tangent, yeah, Mouse PI for hire. I'm looking forward to that one. That game looks cool.
No, me too, 100%. It was I don't remember where the fuck I saw the trailer for the first time, but I was just like, dude, this looks adorable as hell. I love this. The what is that, 50s 40s cartoon
Yeah,
aesthetic,
40s
and
cartoon aesthetic.
yeah, beautiful, man, love it. And they
Yeah,
really nail it. It looks like a
yeah.
fucking like an old school Mickey Mouse cartoon, and it's a first
Hmm.
person shooter. private investigator type shit. I like it, and I did. Troy Baker's not going to sell me on any games, but Troy Baker's the mouse, so that's cool too. So there's a budget in there because you
That's
know
so funny.
there's a budget.
Uh,
They put some money in this game, so that's what Troy
Mouse.
Baker being involved in this tells me.
Um, I
You
would like to pose a question,
what's up?
or maybe not a question, but a statement. But like, if I guess if the viewership enjoys us going on these rants, because I know we've been doing it a lot throughout this episode. But if you enjoy it or if you don't enjoy it, please tell us in the comments. We'd love to know because
Yeah, really,
we can tone it down or we can tone it up depending on what people like.
really, dead ass.
Yeah,
Let us know.
yeah. Please let us know. Anyway, moving on. Your second.
My second is your number one, so let's both talk about it.
Hey,
Mina the Hollower.
Mina Yacht
Yeah,
Club Game.
Yacht Club Games, the makers of Shovel Knight.
Double Knight. Scoop, scoop.
Scoop, scoop. I don't know why we
I've been
started
waiting
doing
for
that.
this one.
Scoop, scoop, scoop.
Scoop, scoop. You started that. I don't
Did I?
know
Oh,
why.
okay, I
Yeah,
don't know.
you started it. I do it because you do it.
Yeah, because there was this day at work where I was just like, hey, I need and I couldn't think of the word. I can't think of it now either.
The slip machine?
No, 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 not no, 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 not that. I was looking to clean up a mess. I had a broom. I didn't have the scoop.
Oh, the pan for the sweeper. For
Yeah,
the
the dustpan. So I
yeah,
couldn't think of the word dustpan. So I was just like, dude, you got a scoop? Anyone got a scoop? Someone give me a scoop.
yeah, scoop, scoop.
Scoop, scoop. So
That's
yeah,
too
that just
funny.
became a thing. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, Yacht Club Games. I'm sure they got scoop scoops in their offices.
Fuck yeah, dog. Shovel Knight. It's such a special game, dude. It really nailed the NES vibe, and apparently they went to great lengths to make it as
Mm,
authentic as possible. Like, so what they were saying was like they imagined what a modern NES game would be with modern tech and understanding and
mm.
all that, and they tried to stay within the 54 color palette. Uh, they only exceeded it by a few colors, but like the music was 100% authentic NES style. Like they went with the boundaries of what an NES could offer in terms of music. 100%.
With what they showed off, man, they're doing a fantastic job with Mina the Hollower.
Oh yeah, and they're obviously tackling the Game Boy Color style of games like Zelda, Link's Awakening. Love that game so much. The Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I didn't get to play those.
Yeah,
Um, You know what? You know what's funny? They explicitly said that Bloodborne's approach to risk and reward was an inspiration for the game.
really.
It's not too surprising. Did you play Shovel Knight?
I did.
They because they you remember what I'm talking about? They kind of had a similar mechanic in that game where if you fall off a little cliff or whatever, then your little bag of money has wings and it's just chilling there waiting for you to come collect it again.
Uh,
So it's probably going to be something like that. I don't know, but
and yeah, and you can like sacrifice your checkpoint for like extra points and or money, right?
oh
In that
yeah,
game.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can beat the shit out of your checkpoint. That's right.
yeah.
There's even an achievement. I'm sorry. There's an achievement for doing that for every checkpoint, just destroying every single checkpoint.
Every single checkpoint. Yeah,
So cool,
it's a
man.
cool mechanic. Yeah, but
Um,
yeah, Mina the Hollower. I'm looking forward to this one. It does have that like Zelda vibe to it, and I'm really looking forward to playing it.
yeah, dude. They for anyone that doesn't know, they do have a demo on Steam right now. I played a few minutes of it. I was pulled away pretty fast, but you can choose between three different weapons to use. I went with the daggers. I played a little bit.
Oh,
I got the hang of the burrowing. There was like a flail, daggers.
yeah.
I forget what the third one was. Um, but I had to put it down. I don't mind honestly because I'm so fucking sold on this. Not that I really needed any more convincing on top of the fact that it's a game by fucking Yacht Club. Like like I said, Shovel Knight is such a special game. I love it
Yeah.
so much. It's so brilliant. It's so when you really dig into the details that they put into that game, the references, the just the love and care that they put into this game. There's so many references. The pixel art is beautiful and spot on, and it looks like the same is going to be true for Mina. I don't care. I'm going to play it day one. I gotta
Mhm.
have it. This is a must have. It's coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, Switch, and PC on Halloween this year.
Awesome. Perfect time to release it too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So unless you have anything else that you wanted to add about Mina the Hollower, we're up for my number one because that was your number one. Fuck yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Mina looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It looks really cool. And I know I say that for every game, but I'm
No,
excited.
no,
I do
no,
say
dude.
that for every game, but I'm excited. It looks cool.
That's cool, bro.
Well,
It's cool.
you know what? I'm gonna go off on a tangent about that. The reason I say that is because as gamers, we're just living through the best possible fucking time for video games, bro. Regardless of the price and everything, like games are just so good nowadays. It's fucking crazy. Like we are actually just eating like phenomenally. I dare I say morbidly obese with the amount of games that we have and just the quality of like just the indie developer and there's still some golden AAA games out there too, but
Oh yeah.
far and few between. But like we're just eating fucking phenomenally, bro. We're not nutrient deficient whatsoever.
if,
Anyway,
if anybody knows me, they know I love to eat, and I 100% endorse that tangent.
yeah, we're not nutrient deficient. I don't know if there's a term for an overabundance of nutrients, but whatever the term is for that, that's what we are as gamers.
Obese.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah, I
You hit
guess.
the nail on the head right before you started, man.
All right, Tony, you tell me about the Expanse, Osiris Reborn.
Oh boy, will I ever. Okay, so my number one most anticipated game, The Expanse. Osiris Reborn by Owlcat Games. They're known for a game called a series, I think, Pathfinder and Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. But anyways, so let me paint you a picture of what the expanse is to me. Let me tell you. So my wife Chelsea, her stepdad, his name is Martin. He shares my love and appreciation for outer space. He's also really big into games.
Mhm.
So we have plenty of chats, usually revolving around one or the other. He recommended I look into a show called The Expanse on Amazon Prime a long ass time ago, and when I finally checked it out recently, within like the last 3 months, I fell in love with it. I only watched, I think, the first 2 or 3 episodes, and I saw in the opening credits that it was based on a book series. So I looked it up, and it's a 9 book series that's actually complete. George R. R.
George
Martin,
R. Martin, if that even is your real name,
you
asshole.
fucking asshole. Excuse me, asshole. Pardon me, asshole. Would you kindly finish the fucking series
You
so
know
that
what's
I can
funny is
have an ending? What's up?
I'm shitting on him, and I've never even read Game of Thrones or seen it.
So you don't
But
sit.
I mean,
No,
I
no.
share I share in the despair of the viewers because I I say I didn't see it, but I did watch like some of the last few episodes of the last
Oh,
season. I think season 8.
why would you do that? Doesn't no. That doesn't
And
make any sense.
well,
No.
it's because everybody was like a mega fan during the time, and my sisters were mega fans of Game of Thrones, so they were watching the season finale like right behind me. This was like when I lived with my parents, so I had my gaming setup like in the living room where everybody hung out. So I was basically forced to watch it. I caught
Oh,
glimpses of it here and there, but even like I know the ending and it was very unsatisfactory even for me.
but like, I don't.
Listen,
Okay, look. We can,
I'll,
dude. That's another
I'm not,
episode. That's
yeah,
another
I think so.
episode.
That's another rant.
I can really go off about Game of Thrones and the books and everything because I read all of them. I watched the series. I was there from day one, dude. Like
You
day
heard it here
one.
first, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
I waited a week for the second episode ever. I waited another week for the third episode ever. Waited a week for the fourth, and then eventually I was just like, "Fuck this! I'm reading the books." And I read ahead of the series, and I found out what was happening at the end of the series by the time it was happening on screen and stuff. And I was like, "What the fucking all these great?" And I was preaching the gospel of Game of Thrones to everybody, and dude, fucking by the time the sixth season came out, I think it was the sixth one where it started to really kind of. Anyways, whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
telling you, bro. I share in the despair. I know what you're talking about.
But I was there, dude. Like there are people that heard, "Oh my god, the Red Wedding episode was the most brutal, most disturbing episode of TV history. I have to watch it." But they have no context.
Yeah.
No context. So they just see a couple of people getting murdered and they have no context. The people with context were sitting there just gobsmacked. They like me and Chelsea, we watched that episode as it aired and I knew what was happening. She knew what was happening. I told her about the book or whatever, and the episode happened at the end of it. We had no words. We sat there in silence watching the credits for no reason. We never watched the credits. We just sat there through the whole credits. The HBO logo disappeared, blank screen.
Huh.
We're still sitting there fucking stunned. Like,
You're
oh my
gobsmacked.
God. But if you have no context, it's just like, oh, a couple of people got murdered. Big deal. It's just like, no, you have no idea what a gut punch that was. Ugh. Anyways, so I bought the first book of The Expanse, titled Leviathan Wakes. I read it. I love the fuck out of it, and I watched the show at the same pace, usually staying relatively close to where I was in the book. Right. So I just recently started the fourth book, just in case that's relevant. I don't know. But Oscar here knows, my boy here. Once I started reading the first book and watching the show, I was at work gushing about it to anyone who would
Yeah.
listen to me.
He wouldn't shut up about it.
Dude.
I'm just kidding.
and
No,
and
but
I
you do sing its praises. You love that series.
oh dude, I love it. I'm only on the fourth book, so I'm not even halfway through it yet.
Yeah.
And I told our buddy Patrick that it super reminded me of Mass Effect since he's such a huge fan of those games. And fast forward a couple of months, all of a sudden they announce a fucking Expanse game, Mass Effect style, where you create your own character. You experience the story of the first book, Leviathan Wakes, and the second book, Caliban's War, from this new perspective. Like, seriously, what have I done to earn the favor of the gods? Like, I need to know that so that I can keep doing it. Like, I'm taking full responsibility for this game. I wished it into existence, like I did with Metal Gear Solid Delta. What can I say but you're welcome?
First Delta Snake Eater, and now this. I
Oh,
must
God.
be blessed.
Yeah, I really hope it's good. I can't fucking wait for this one. What a treat, man. No release date or window yet, but it's coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series S, and X. And that's it.
Beautiful.
That's it for that. So let's move on to Community Corner. So this week, basically, we're asking, since the Switch era has come to a close, what are your top 5 Switch games?
This is a question for the community.
For the community, like, what are your top 5 Switch games? We have a buddy named Tarv. He just recently bought himself a Switch Lite, and he asked us for some recommendations. He's mainly going to be playing on the go, so mine are kind of catered to that. But please, what is like, mine are in no particular order. I don't know if yours are, but what is your number 5?
My number 5 would be Metroid Dread. That's a solid game. I had a blast with it. Obviously, it's Metroid. It's really cool, dynamic, cool cutscenes, amazing story. Yeah, overall, I just had a really good time for it. And I think if you're playing it on the go, I played it mostly on handheld, so that's how I enjoyed it. I think it'll be perfect for anyone playing on the go.
Hell yeah, dude. My number
Or
5
like
is Balatro. Um,
Balatro.
Again, this is in no particular order, but it's a highly addictive roguelike deck builder that basically
Mm,
turns poker into a strategic puzzle. Like,
mhm,
you start off with your standard deck of playing cards, you earn money, you spend it at the shop after every blind, you open booster packs for new cards to add to it, new jokers that can totally break the fucking game in some combinations, tarot cards that change the cards in your deck, they give them buffs, they copy them, etc. Just look it up. Balatro. Balatro. It's fucking it's exceptional. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. Awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
How about you? Number 4.
Number 4. Number 4 for me is Metroid Prime Remastered. I had to do a little accent there for it, but yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered. I don't remember how I played this one, but I'm sure it's fine in handheld mode. It's not that crazy of a game, although I think now that I'm thinking about it, I did play it on the TV just because I wanted that extra visual fidelity. It runs like a dream, honestly, on the original Switch. Um, yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered. Give it a shot.
and
Really
hey,
cool first-person shooter.
give Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics a shot. So that's my number 4. Uh, this motherfucker has dominoes, Connect Four, Yahtzee, checkers, chess, backgammon, billiards, darts, Texas Hold'em. Dude, so many games that you
Mhm.
can play against the computer at different difficulty levels. Every single game comes with a pretty thorough, but cringe-inducing tutorial because there's always two characters. Like one's an absolute fucking moron, and the other one's telling them how to play. But
Mm.
but now I know how to play shit like Chinese checkers and backgammon. I
See,
never
yeah,
I had no idea how to play either of those. So those are
yeah,
just
this game
two.
tell you how.
Yeah, dude. Like every single game comes with a cringe-inducing tutorial, but you can play these games against the computer at ranging difficulties. It's awesome. Totally worth your time, especially if you're on the go. If you get a Switch, with like that you can kind of like dock and play with somebody. There's tons
Mhm.
of games. There's tons and tons of games here to just have a blast with. So Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. That's my number 4 pick.
Convenient.
Number 3. What do you think?
Shoot, what is my number 3? Echoes of Wisdom, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the first proper Legend of Zelda game where you actually play the character whose name is in the title of the game. In
Really,
this
really
title,
though, I always thought Zelda was the guy with the green
it was the
hat and
guy with the green and the sword. Nah, bro, that's Zoodle.
Zoodle. That's Lonk.
That's laws. Um, but yeah, Echoes of Wisdom, really fun, little adventure game, puzzle solving. Um, I really enjoyed it just for the fact that it kind of plays like Overlord, where you like summon minions to fight for you. You can fight yourself as well, because like there's a little mechanic where it lets you transform and you can like use a shield and bombs and a bow and arrow to fight enemies. But for like a
And
limited amount of
bombs.
time, bombs. Anybody that's like watched YouTube poops back in the day will know where that's from.
Oh,
They'll
okay.
understand
I know about YouTube poop, at least gamer poop, like the Mass
Yeah,
Effect ones. Oh, I love those.
yeah, yeah. I used to watch a shit ton of YouTube poops back when was like starting to become a thing.
Oh yeah.
That's what YouTube poops were. But yeah, bombs. People will understand that reference. Hopefully somebody. If you guys catch that, let me know in the comment, please. But yeah, Echoes of Wisdom. It's a really cute adventure game, puzzle solving. You play as Zelda and get in copy enemies and get their little echoes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
giving it a shout out. Give it a check it out.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you in a well, not even disagree, but like I'm gonna add on to that. If you're gonna go
Okay.
Zelda, any Zelda game, go with
Ah,
either Tears of the Kingdom or Link's
yes.
Awakening.
No.
Yes, Tears is way better than Breath of the Wild, in my humble opinion. But if you don't mind the cute graphics and the old school style of gameplay, Link's Awakening is a
Mm-mm.
fucking winner, dude. Like you haven't played it, so you need to play it. If you
I own it.
really you do deadass.
I do own it. Yeah, I have it.
Oh my god, dude, you
You're
gotta
like, what the
fucking.
fuck are you waiting
What
for?
are you doing, dude? If you liked if you liked the oh my god, you just said it
uh,
400
Echoes
times.
of Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom. If you liked
He's
Echoes of
he's
Wisdom,
writing it down.
because my brain doesn't fucking work, dude. So if you liked that, you are okay with the aesthetic, dude. Link's Awakening. It's phenomenal. It was. I grew up with that game. It's a huge winner. And if you're gonna go with the more modern Zelda games, you're better off going with Tears of the Kingdom over Breath of the Wild, just because it's much better. If you give a fuck about Zelda's story, which nobody does as far as I know, go ahead and start with the first one. But the second one's better. Tears is way better. Just saying.
Yeah, Tears of the
So
Kingdom is awesome, which is actually my number two.
is it okay? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sound off.
Uh, yeah, it's leagues better than Breath of the Wild in my opinion. It's what can I say about it?
Breath of the Wild
that,
2.0.
that I haven't already said about every other game. It's an enjoyable experience. I got a lot of hours out of it.
Oh yeah, dude. If you
Or
want to tackle all the side shit, hundreds of.
yeah,
I think
hundreds of hours.
Ray at work has put like 300-400 hours into it. Last I talked to him about it, which was months ago,
Yeah.
so he might have put over 1,000 into it by now.
Yeah, and the system that allows you to create like the machines to help you get around and like deal with enemies is so diverse. Like there's really like so much you can do with it. It's so fun. And like with the Switch 2, I don't know if you'll be allowed to use the app with the Switch 1, maybe not, but the Switch 2 app allows you to like transfer items between your friends and you, and like it has the Wikipedia it has the Wikipedia like Korok finder map on it for like all the items and enemies and like all the little mini bosses. So it's just they're making it more convenient and fun to play. There's a
Oh
lot you can
yeah,
do in that
yeah. Those fucking those companion apps are amazing for it. I
game.
remember I was playing with one during my playthrough of Tears, and it was keeping track of all my Korok finds and
Hmm.
the boss finds and stuff, and I would just put it in the app. Yeah, they're so cool, man. There are some that are like, yeah, you gotta pay us, but others that are free. Um,
Yeah, and now it just comes for free with the Nintendo app.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you want Zelda, Tarv, or anybody else, Tears of the Kingdom, Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom. I wrote it down, like you said. Get them. Those are amazing games.
Did
My
we
number
skip your number three? Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
No, that was my number three was Zelda. My number
Oh okay.
two. So on to number two. Mine is Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot. It's
Mhm.
got some stupid fucking. I think it's called Reboot Camp, but Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. So if you're cool with the cute graphics, you get two fully remade, fun, challenging turn-based tactical war games. You get land, air, sea vehicles, soldiers to deploy. You try and fuck up the opposition. You have like commanders that you can choose between, and each of them has their own special thing. Look up Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot. It's fun, dude. Like if you like tactical turn based shit, and this is like
Mhm.
a war game. You got tanks, you got fucking helicopters, you got foot soldiers that have machine guns, you got ones that have anti air shit. Nah, dude,
Mhm.
it's so good, dude. Advance Wars fucking rules. Check it out. That's my number two. How about you?
If I remember correctly, these games came out back in the DS era, right?
Yeah, they were, or I don't know if it was DS or even before that, but they were Game Boy something games.
I remember playing one for the DS and I really liked it.
Yeah,
Advanced.
I think you're right. I think it is the DS. Yeah, Advance Wars
Yeah.
1 and 2. No,
Yeah,
wait,
I used to play the shit out of this game.
but I think the original Advance Wars was for Game Boy Advance, hence the name. I think,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, I think you're right.
I definitely didn't play it there.
No,
I
I
played
didn't
it
either.
I played it on the DS. So
Yeah, me too.
all right, what's
Really
your
good
number
game.
two? Oh yeah, totally. Especially if you like turn-based tactical shit.
See,
Great, great shit. What's your
my
number
number
two?
two I already talked about. It was Tears of the Kingdom.
I thought that was your number three.
No, Echoes of Wisdom was my number three.
All right. Well, what's your number one?
My number one is.
Number
This is
one.
not a surprise to anybody
Number
if they've been
one.
listening to the past episodes. If they've been listening, for
Spoiler
me,
alert.
I
It's
I
Xenoblade.
I could not pick between any of the games. I haven't played the third one yet, but I'm getting there. But I have beaten 1, 2, and X.
Spoiler
I
alert.
could not pick between any of them, so I put the entire Xenoblade series as my number one. I cannot express how good these games are and how underrated they are. They are phenomenal in story. They have really in-depth battle mechanics, and there's so much you can do, especially in Xenoblade X. It's ridiculous, bro. You feel so overpowered when you learn how, like, just how the battle system works, and it's so engaging. Like, it's so engaging to the fact that my wife gets scared a little bit when she watches me play, because she says I'll sit there really focused, like with the screen really close to my face, and my eyes are just darting back and forth because I'm just trying to like maximize like damage and shit during during my battles. But yeah, Xenoblade entire series, every game has a phenomenal story, phenomenal soundtrack, really fun battle mechanics. They all kind of play sort of similarly, but not really. That's my
That's
two
fun.
cents.
That's
It
awesome, dude.
curtains closed.
All right, wait. So I'm like crawling through the closed curtain. Wait. One more, one more.
What's your number one, Tony?
My number one, and again, this is in no particular order, but the SteamWorld Dig and Heist games. So,
No,
have you played these?
no.
Okay, let me sell this to you. So, Dig 1 and 2, they're platforming mining games where you play as a steam powered robot and you're digging deep underground to get resources. So, you can upgrade your gear, you can uncover, ancient stuff. Story stuff. I don't want to get too much into it. So there's a story there, but basically you're digging underground, you're getting resources to upgrade your shit, and the gameplay loop is stupid fun, stupid addicting.
Mm,
Um, I played the first dig and the second dig to completion on my 3DS before bed. So like they're really good for like a 15 or 30-minute session if if like us, you have fucking full time jobs and you only have a little bit of time for games. So SteamWorld Dig, SteamWorld Heist, 1 and 2 each, awesome games. The Heist games, those are tactical turn based shooters. They're in the same settings. You're a fucking a robot. You're a steam powered robot. Same thing. Super fun gameplay loop. Great for short sessions. And also, just saying that if Tarv, you're listening, if you need something worth hundreds of hours or something like that, your beloved Diablo 2 and 3 are on the Switch. Just want to say that's Tarv's favorite game of all time is Diablo 2. And that is on the Switch.
Diablo
So
2.
if you really need it, it's there for you, brother. And
Get on there,
also,
bud.
honorable mention, I want to throw this out there. If you like hard games that are fun as fuck, grab the Hotline Miami collection.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it because I can go on for too long and my mic is going to die on me. So yeah,
Very
Hotline Miami collection. That's my honorable mention. Do you have any of those?
I actually did not think that far.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
okay.
have any honorable mentions. No, I wouldn't say so, because most of my games are just primary like Nintendo IPs. Any like primary besides Mario, because Mario's kind of like, in my opinion, for little kids. They're
Fuck
easier to
you.
play. They're not okay, in my opinion, they're not as satisfactory because they're a little bit too easy to play, but any Nintendo IP games on the Switch, just get them on there, bro. I hear Fire Emblem is fantastic. I own N-Gage. I haven't had the time to play because Xenoblade. Um, all the Metroid games are good. Um, God, I hear Pikmin is amazing.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, any
But
Nintendo IPs, they'll be really good.
but yeah, what do you think out there? Like, what are your top 5 Nintendo Switch games? Let us know in the comments. Want to hear about it. This is the glitch out. We're about to glitch the fuck out of here. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Glitch Ass Entertainment. We're putting out shorts and clips from these episodes, and we know they're currently being made with the help of AI, and that a lot of folks are turned off by that. Please bear with us. Our number one priority is to get our asses on camera, ditch the AI shit entirely. It's just a money issue, so we have to save up for some equipment, but hang in there, baby. Uh, don't forget to. This is what it says here. Don't forget to glitch the like button, leave a glitchy comment, and subscribe to become a glitch ass gamer with you boys.
If you want to crucify anybody for that, I wrote that, so please put me on the stake for that. That was so cringe. Most
Glitch the like button.
most of the stuff that we talk about is unscripted, but
My
that was
God.
probably the only scripted thing in this entire.
Ah,
But that'll be the only time you hear that, most likely. But yeah, leave a like, comment, favorite the video. Um,
no, no,
did I
fuck
say
that.
subscribe?
Let's lean into it. Glitch that like button.
Look, look at if you like what we do. If there's any criticisms or any feedback you guys would love to give us, please let us know.
Dude, seriously, and we want to talk to you guys. We check out all the comments. We're in
Yeah,
there personally. Please talk to us. We want to hear from you. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Until then,
jeez.
uh, keep gaming and keep glitching.
This is your boys, Tony Flowers and Oscar Warrior, signing out.
Signing out.